is over. When you say you're feeling lonely, if you ever need a shoulder, you know where to find me. Stop chasing all the city lights. Breathe me in, go on and take your bite. Count on me to make you come alive. You know where to find me tonight. When you feel the world is over, when you say you're feeling lonely, if you ever need a shoulder, you know where to find me. Stop chasing all the city lights. Breathe me in, go on and take your bite. Count on me to make you come alive. You know where to find me tonight.
Sounds good.
Hello and welcome to today's live stream. I'm Glen Bixley, and today, we're going hunting again. I've got Era and Gabriele Blue Ridge Gaming with me. How are you guys? Welcome, Gabriele.
Hello.
And Era, how are we?
I'm
Were you
fine.
looking-
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. Good to have you
Watch
both
some
joining
YouTube
us.
on that phone?
That's not a phone, man. That's our tracker
Come on.
hunter, mate.
Let me watch a little here.
So we are in Yukon today, Alaska, I believe. I've never been here before. This is a brand new map for all three of us, I think. I'm actually not sure if it's... No, it was a DLC. Yep, it was a DLC. So I guess the plan for today is we're going to probably find somewhere to find where we get our ammunition. That'll be at the top of the hill up here. And see what our weapons and ammunition status is. But as none of us have been here, we'll just have to see what we do, where we go.
Oh, yeah.
We're already hearing noises.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, already hearing it.
That was a
You think I
moose.
can no-scope it? You think I can no-scope it from here with my pistol? I bet I can.
Have you got a pistol? Oh, cool.
Yeah, I got a pistol. Yeah. I want a doggy. Can I steal
Well, that's a
yours,
shotgun.
One?
Well, that's definitely not a pistol.
Well, yeah,
That's
I have a
shotgun.
pistol, too. No. I think I know the difference.
I know the difference, that's for damn sure. I've never owned a pistol. Okay, so Glen can't see chat. No, this is going. See, this is now the fourth time I've had.
The only thing that's...
All right, sorry about that. OG and Crazy J, how are you both? Welcome, buddy. Glen's having issues. He doesn't like switching tabs in this game, it winds them up. So we're going to move that over to there. We're going to have the correct chat. We're going to minimize the one that's not working. Right, there we go.
So, see, their goal with this game is to piss Glen Bixley off so quick that he ends up quitting for a little bit. But we all know, in the end, he will return.
Now, see, with this game, for anyone who's not played it, if you ever tab out, it's really hard to get it to go full screen again. I'm still trying. Here we go. And I got it.
It's like the developers did it on purpose.
Oh, look, this game has made so much money, I'm surprised they've never fixed it. And that was some of the things that got me with this when I last played it. It was so buggy last time because of all the new maps and everything. And, they're throwing maps at you like nobody's business, but they weren't fixing the bugs very well. And we were encountering things like ducks that you couldn't shoot from point blank range, but they didn't actually go anywhere. They just stayed in one place flying.
Oh, then you had ducks that would just go through the ground after you killed them.
It was ridiculous. Yeah, that's why I stopped playing it for a while. It just got too buggy. But that's been a while now, so hopefully it's all running nice and smooth today. Oh, Gabriel's already up there. Is there a box up there,
yeah,
Gabriel?
This is... Unfortunately, that would be a no.
I'm actually just thinking it should be showing on my map thing by now.
Also, was there snow here a second ago?
I've just noticed as we come up to the hill that we got snow. Oh, hey, I know where it is.
What?
You can make me sound... I've just looked at the map. There we go. Era's heading towards it. He knows where he's going. Yes. So what's up there, Gabriel? Here. It's just a lookout spot, isn't it?
Yeah, you can mark, you can reveal some of the map.
That's why I'm coming up now. Yeah, I knew if it's a lookout spot, we're going to get some of the map.
Maybe you guys want to enable the markers from everybody else.
God dang it, I hit the wrong mouse button, sorry.
Yes, true, that's right. You guys can't see my waypoint yet. Okay, I have actually set one, you see.
I can, because I enabled it.
Wait, how do I enable it?
Go into... Oh, listen to that moose. Multiplayer.
Escape, you go multiplayer, and on the right side there are own names. Click on it and say show waypoints.
Got it. Okay, I got them. Which one are you going to, or is it the pink or the orange?
I am the orange, but both are basically at the same area.
Why can't I click on this? What am I doing wrong? Oh, it's been so long since I played this.
God dang it, my map...
I thought it was E.
Okay, we're good. I was trying to reach over to my phone. I keep on hitting my mouse button.
Is this not a real waypoint? Did you get any information?
No, I got it already. I think I got it already. Open your map. I think it does it for you.
Did it do that? I thought we all had to look at it.
So we just make Glen do some exercise, you're saying?
Yeah! Why not? So anyway, Crazy J, how are you, buddy? Welcome, mate. How about you, OG? What's going on? Have you guys played this game? Do you have this game? Is it one that you guys play? Crazy J, I was speaking to Crazy J yesterday. Sorry, I know he's got it. That's right, I need to speak to you guys about that. Right. Sorry. Crazy J, I have put it off till today because I thought there was no point doing it yesterday. Crazy J would like to join us, but he has the Epic Games version. Do you guys both have that? It's only the base version that I have.
I have the one for Steam, but I also have it at Epic Games. The Epic Games one was glitchy for me, though, so that's why I switched.
Okay.
Yeah, it was horrible. It was unplayable.
Ah, that's strange. Right, what about you, though?
I don't know if anybody...
I actually have to look. I don't know.
Right. Because, yeah, he's got the Epic Games version, which was the free version.
I have to tent up, so if you want to teleport to us...
I'm here. I'm here.
Already here.
Cheers, though, buddy.
Surrender, drop all your weapons, Glen, before you come any closer. I need to see what you
afraid of you. I've seen your shooting.
Yeah.
Actually.
I have the base game. Yeah, so do I on Epic. I got that, though, after I'd purchased this one. And I brought this one through Humble Bundle. They had a really nice deal where I paid $27 New Zealand, which is about probably $20
$30
American.
US.
Yeah, about $20 US. And I got all of the games at that time. So there are 2 DLCs that I do not have. The one that Gabriele wanted to play. What was that one again?
Of course, it's the one I want to play.
Mississippi Acres Preserve. And I don't have... what was the other one? The English one. It's the 2 latest ones anyway. I don't have those.
New England Mountains.
That's the one. Well did.
Hey Glenn, do I have a ghillie suit on?
Yes, everybody has one. Apart from I don't know if I do.
Yes, you do. You have one.
Okay, we all have one. So I have my 3006, I should say, and a bow apparently.
Oh, the bow that I can never get. That one.
I swear you can get it.
My game was stupid.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on.
Oh. My game was just, not want to operate that day.
Not sure. Do I not have any ammunition for my 3006? I have arrows. Okay, so let's get some... And why is that not showing up in ammo? What do you do? Oh, because I've got to go to the store. Store. Ammo. Rifle ammo. No, that's... see, this is why I don't tab out. You guys can see it just there. I tried to click on rifle ammo and I clicked on handgun ammo. Even though my game currently looks like it's full screen, if I shoot at something, I'm guaranteed to miss because it's not freaking...
what you need to do is go to settings and change your game's resolution to your monitor.
Yeah, I do.
I had the same thing.
When you said
Mine's
to
all
tab,
lined
I'm
up.
thinking I'm sure there's a reason I don't do that, but I'm not going to argue because I can't remember what it is. Yeah. So I'm currently not lined up. This is why I don't like tabbing. As I was just discussing it with these guys. I hate tabbing in this game. I'm going to have to do it. I can't click on any bloody thing.
Yeah, just go for it. You'll be fine.
I don't understand
Maybe.
it. I have never come across a game that can't do this.
This is literally the only game that has an issue
And it's
in my
so
whole entire library of
expensive.
games. I have over 100 games, and there's not a single one in there except for this one where it's stupid.
So I have to change it to full screen to windowed. Oh, where is it? Come on. See, I can't even click on it. Okay, to windowed mode and apply. Right, now I've got to go back to full screen. I've still got OBS, good, and apply. Now I can hit my targets if I'm actually aiming at them. And that's where it's so important in this game. I don't understand why, after all these years. This game is worth $120 if I'd purchased the full game. At normal cost. So now what do? I click system, is it? I don't know. And the menu's confusing.
Are you trying to change the game to line up with your...
No, I've got it lined up now. Now I'm trying to remember how...
Alright,
is it escape key? And then it's escape key again. Right.
Oh.
What's
After
up? Error.
an overloading...
No, it's not escape key.
game
It's
store.
red box. Wow. Right.
What's
now.
the red box?
After an hour of loading the Epic Game Store up, yes, I do have.
Yeah,
it
that's the
there
other
as well.
reason I don't use Epic. It takes you an hour just to load the bloody menu thing. Right, rifle ammo.
It's free games!
It's free games, though. For anyone that doesn't know, Epic Games give away at least one free game every week. It may not be any good. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. But at least one game per week is free. You can buy it for $0.00, add it to your library, keep it, play it anytime you want. You don't have to install it if you don't want, just add it to your library. I usually add most of them. Polymer tips at 850.
See, the one best game I got from Epic Games for free was GTA.
Okay, see, I would actually say GTA, Farming Sim 19, which was out of date by the time they'd given it to us. even though I don't like it. What's that one when you're on the bloody island and you get sunburnt all the time and the giant crabs attack you?
Stranded Deep.
Yeah, I was going to say Stranded Deep. I wasn't sure if I was right.
I like that game.
I was about to say a lot of people like it. I personally think it's a bit stupid, but
you can do multiplayer in it.
It's a good game.
There's multiplayer in it now.
Yeah.
So we could do multiplayer if everybody got it.
Oh, is it multiplayer? I'd be willing to give that a go.
Yep, it's multiplayer now. I did it with my cousin, and it's fun.
Right. Okay. I'd be willing to give that a go as a multiplayer. Yeah. Okay, I think I've got some ammo. And my gun didn't load.
You think?
Oh, Glen, why did you just spend all your money and then check? Reload. It's not reloading, guys. Do I have any... Hang on.
You have to equip the ammo type first.
Oh, thank you, Era. I'm thinking I brought the wrong Era. I brought the... It's going to be so confusing sometimes. Ammo. Rifle. Oh, I still don't even see it. No, I haven't equipped it. Oh.
Why is this game so hard? The developers just wanted Glen to suffer.
I'm sure they do it deliberately just to annoy people. Now I've got to remember how to equip it. Wow, man.
You just drag it onto your weapon.
Yep, I've got to find it first. Where is it? It's not in my inventory.
You have to get it.
Are you sure you bought it?
I have definitely lost money.
If you bought it, it's stored in the storage.
So I'm going to go
from the storage into
back
your
to the
inventory,
storage again.
and from the inventory onto your weapon.
They make this game so complex
This
for something
is
so
part of the
simple.
reason why I have stopped playing it, because I get sick of the annoyance of trying to remember how to do everything. It's so overly complicated just to load a bloody gun and to get it full screen.
Glen suffers walking. That's what Crazy J
I
just
still
said.
don't know
Glen
how to do
suffers
this, Harry.
walking.
You said I had to go to the store, which I'm now... No, storage, sorry. You said storage.
Storage, exactly.
Oh, man.
You good?
I don't know yet.
No, he's not.
We're calming down a
Did
little
you use
bit.
enough of this stuff,
There we go,
Glen?
3006. Thank you, Era. And see, if I was doing this on my own and then dealing with my normal thing that usually winds me up well on top of that, which we won't mention, it got to me. It really got to me. It was too much. All this crap you got to deal with in this game. It's still not.
To be fair,
oh, because
yes,
I haven't done that part
It
yet.
could be better.
It could definitely
This is
be
why
better.
Glen uses the stuff.
It could definitely be better. Okay, so now I've got to drag it over the gun and drop it into... Why is the ammunition thing not showing
The
up?
ammunition slot.
Okay, now it's showing up. Into the... Okay, so we have ammunition now in my rifle, I think. Oh, I still don't know. Right, I have ammunition.
Yep, I don't think we're supposed to discharge a weapon inside.
Glen can calm down and chill out now.
Okay, now we can finally get hunting, right?
Yeah. I pay $15
let's
a
do it.
month for 100 games. Go on,
Just so you guys know, you are very obvious. You are green in a white environment.
I don't
Okay, well, how do we change
I
that?
don't care. How do you change that then? Is that complicated too?
No, it's the same thing you were before. If you go
Alright.
into exits cache, go into the third tab, and then you go on clothing.
Okay.
So character and clothing, and there you.
Am I different? Is my suit different?
Character.
There.
Yes.
Nice, okay. Dang, that's a lot easier than the bullets.
So I don't actually have to do anything. I just go in here and click accept.
Yep, just hit accept.
Oh, okay. And one thing I will comment. Yes, the developers got this right. We can all look in the box at the same time, which some games don't do. So he has got that right. And that was easy. Why was that so easy and everything so complicated? So
No.
I'm white now, am I?
Yeah, you're white.
Oh, cool. Thank you. Okay.
Oh, cool.
Right.
Oh my god. Hey, it's almost like the clothing thing was done by a different person.
Yeah.
That chose not to let
it
people
probably
suffer.
is, actually, because some of these teams have multiple people working on them. So now how do I share my waypoints?
So they have the sad and depressed
right.
person. They have the sad and depressed person, the one doing all the ammunition where you have to drag everything over because he wants to make everybody else suffer. Oh, we can see your waypoints.
Right. Actually, I've got an idea for what we can do today. Once we've been to this hut, because it's right here. Hang on, we've been to the hut. Where are we going? We were coming here. I've waypointed the wrong place. How about we do some multiplayer challenges?
Okay.
If you go to the multiplayer section, you can see the challenges. Have a look through those.
Yes.
I'm going to read chat. I pay $15 a month for 100 games. Yeah, which I think is pretty cool. But I don't like monthly subscriptions that if you stop paying it for a month because you're having trouble paying your power bill or getting food this month, you lose all the games that you've been collecting over the last year or two, which is a bit of a pity. I think that kind of sucks. 3006, yeah, that's what a lot of people call it. Or the 3006, or the 30006, or 300. Oh, I've heard it called all sorts of weird things. I just call it whatever I call it at the time, because, you know, Glen doesn't really care what he calls it. Glen suffers walking. Glen falls in this game era. I know it's Jay that keeps pulling me up for falling, isn't it? But yeah, we've got these multiplayer challenges we can do if you want. First to two
What's
challenge.
first to two challenge?
Well,
first two animals.
2 kills, yep. It does say, doesn't it? Yeah. So Hawkeye challenge, spot 5 animals. Heartbreaker challenge, hit an animal in the heart. So there's different ones. Sharpshooter, hit an animal with at least 200 meters away. Unseen, unheard challenge, hit an animal within 50 meters. I don't know. Should we start with the first to two challenge, eh?
You wanna do that?
There we go.
I don't have a tent. I don't have a tent thing to set up.
You don't need one. You don't need one.
As a thing to hide in.
Oh, no, I'm not using one. Well,
okay.
I mean, you can take one if you want.
Are we just gonna go in our own separate ways? You think?
Oh, we can do, or we can stick together. It doesn't make any difference to me. I mean, if we stick together, then it's going to be first pop on the animals. Oh, my dog! Where's my dog? Come here!
Come to me, puppy.
Where is it? Heel.
Come to me. Hello, come to me. I'm gonna steal you. I'm gonna steal you. Glen can't get you today.
But you don't have the dog, do you, guy?
No, I don't, so...
True.
Yeah. I need to get it.
I would actually say out of all of the DLCs, the dog is the one you want to get. You don't need to buy any others. I mean, you don't need to buy the dog either. But the truth of the matter is, if you want to play a map that you don't own, all you have to do is play somebody else's. So, if you want to try out a map and see if it's any good before you buy it, what you do is you go onto the multiplayer and you play one of the ones that are not password protected. So if you go onto the multiplayer section, you can look for a multiplayer game of the map that you're looking for, and then just join them if it doesn't have a password. That means your game will then download that map and you can then play it. You don't have to own it. You can try it out. And then if you still want to buy it, then you can buy the game. Which I do think that is a brilliant thing that this developer has done. I think it's a really good way to let people try out the map before buying it. And I do like that. See, there's certain things this game has done right. Very, very right. But then there's other things which he's done very wrong. Very, very wrong.
Oh, there's a lot of very, very wrongs we could talk about here. Like how the game... When your tab breaks and how birds stick in the air and birds fall to the ground.
The graphics are beautiful, though. I do like the graphics. And the sounds have improved now because you can hear the sounds better. I like the fact that your dog growls. Why are we heading back towards this tower again?
I don't know.
Oh,
Where are
haven't
we
really got a
heading?
choice, have we?
Weird.
We haven't really got a choice.
Not really.
Okay. Hey, hang on. Have I been here before? I'm showing hunting pressure on the map.
Yes, for me as well.
Yeah, me as well.
We must have been, all three of us.
I don't remember being on this map
Well,
before.
it's only from the host. So if the host has hunting pressure on this map, then everybody has
Okay.
it.
How long did your map take to download, Gabriel?
Seconds.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Gabriel didn't have to load this map in. He came straight in. Oh, I think we've been here before. Doesn't matter, though.
Wasn't this the time? Like, is this the map that I started running circles and shooting the guns in the air?
Why don't you do that all the time?
Oh yeah, that's a normal thing with me.
Okay, I reckon, in that case, let's head towards a hut.
Is there auto walk? I'm not being lazy. I'm just
Yes,
asking.
if
Is
you
Yeah,
there...
there
G,
is.
then there is auto walk.
Oh, great. Thank you.
So you press, what was it? GA. Yeah,
Is this
G.
like autopilot? Will it navigate for
No,
me?
you have to steer with your mouse, but you press G, then you press tab. Oh, hang on, no, not tab.
Only G.
Sorry?
Only G.
And
It's just G.
if you
No,
want
to run.
to
It runs as well.
then it's tab. Not tab, it's caps lock.
Caps lock. I'm thinking it's.
That's it.
I'm still pushing tab.
Close buttons. It's-
I'm thinking it does the same thing as the bloody shift key. Yeah, okay. Glen's brain is a.
So where are we heading to, Glen? Where are you going?
I'm going to the dead end. Because that's.
You're going in a whole different direction than us.
Well, no, I'm heading straight towards the waypoint.
Hey, Eric, can I stick
stop.
with you?
Gee. God, man, Glen's trying to run
Thought
into
we
the water.
were heading all different directions. Oh,
Okay.
that sounded
Moose.
very.
I'm going to shift my waypoint
Oh,
so I go in the right direction.
Glen said we could stick together.
Wow, man, we're good at this game, guys. If anybody doesn't know how to play this game, watch us, and you'll learn all the things not
Oh yeah,
to
we know all the tricks and stuff, don't we?
do.
Come out.
Okay,
It's
I
running,
have
it's
now
running.
laid down a waypoint marker, which is at the end of the bay.
Who shoots
I
again?
missed. I missed. I missed by inches. He's running. Oh, I can hit
No.
that.
The way Game
I
Pass
see what
works,
you were hitting.
after you play it, so long
Where did that come
you
from?
get to keep the game.
Oh, Nermus.
I didn't know that. How long do you have to keep it then?
10 years later.
How long do you actually have to keep the game? Because I've had other people tell me that they've had it, and they've had it for months or whatever. Hang on, where's my waypoint marker gone? I don't even know anymore. I give up.
It's right behind you.
Which
they actually
keybind
said
is
that
for
when
that
they stopped
spray?
paying for it, they lost the games. So I don't know. I don't know.
That's stupid. You shouldn't lose your games for if you stop paying.
Well, no, it's a monthly subscription thing, Gabriel.
Oh,
So you
okay.
get the games for
Exactly.
free if you pay. What is it? $15? Did you say? Sorry, I can't go back and check chat. There it is. Yep, no, $15 a month. Yes, for 100 games. Yep, it's still there.
Oh, I'm close to this a beast, aka a moose.
Why am I running? Does anybody know why we're running?
We're
Because your caps lock on.
No, I'm just.
one hit. I got it. Glen, do not steal it. I will come. You want to go for a swim? If you steal my thing, I'll. Are you a good swimmer?
Actually, the truth is, if I actually find your kill and grab it, you still get the kill.
Oh.
And you get the payout.
Yes and no.
What do you mean, yes and no?
Where did it go?
The host can decide whether it's.
No, that's not
his
how it's ever worked for when I'm playing
or-
it.
It started running. I hit it
No,
and
no.
it's touch.
According to whenever I've played it, oh, here's your blood splatter. Whoever kills
where?
it actually gets the win.
Which way was it running?
There you go. I've sent my dog after it, Gabriel.
Thank you. It says it's not a vital organ. I hit it in the tush, I think.
I mean, I'm not going to try and compete with you for kills. You know that.
Yeah,
I'll help
I know
you
you
get
would.
there.
Well, you see,
I
you
mean,
put up
quite
the
frankly, if I can
challenge,
help
didn't
you to beat me, yeah, I'm still a winner.
But for this game, I have to unpin the chat because
Oh.
I can't see anything.
Well, I'm going after
It's
that
running.
one. Is that what you just saw?
No, that's mine. I think that was mine. Or
I didn't realize it was a
okay,
moose.
so
You went
any
after.
animal you see running around that's a moose, it's just automatically mine. So
Oh.
yeah.
Okay, there's
If you
mine then.
Okay, Glen's now going to check. What is Gabriel tracking?
a moose.
Oh, it just says blood trail, very low. Doesn't say what it is.
It's a moose. I know why I shot at.
Not sure,
I
but
think.
I've had Forza Horizon 5 since it came out on Game Pass. And last December, I didn't pay. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, yeah, that's news to me, which is actually good. Yeah, I've actually been offered Games Pass through how I get my keys occasionally, but for me, it's not really something I'm overly interested in. I just play all my games through Steam or Epic.
How was that one game you got? That I still need to do a live stream or video on. How was it?
What game were
It
we
was like
talking about?
the game that I told you about that I got a key to.
Oh, I can't remember what it was.
It was like a park ranger thing.
Oh, yep. Buggy as hell if I remember. I only played it once. Was it just a demo?
No, it was the full game.
Okay, I'll have to go back and check on it. I think it was Buggy, and I've only played it once. I need to go back and check.
If it's buggy, I don't really want to do a video on it, but like
We
I
haven't
don't.
done a video on it. You realise you've got a limited
What?
time for Keymailer, right?
I know, and I've not been great about doing it. Though I think I should do it.
Okay, here's a promise I made myself, and when I made it to myself, I put it up on my profile, and that is, and I'm breaking this promise this week because I couldn't be bothered worrying about it. This is the first time I've broken it. I get the games up on my channel within 48 hours. So what I was supposed to do is wait until after this stream today and then accept the key. Instead, I accepted it last night. Developer's not going to care. But this is the first time I've broken my promise to myself. Normally I would wait
This
until
is
after
my
this
second
stream
time.
and then accept it. And by waiting until after this stream, it would then be 48 hours. But it's only a demo anyway, so the developer's not going to get uptight that I broke my promise to myself that I put up on my profile. You know what I mean?
Ooh, that was good. I saw it. I don't know what
in
that
2
hit.
days we'll be doing... what is it? It's... Glenn's already forgotten.
Frick, I have to reload game! God dang, I hate you!
It's a gun manufacturing game. I can't think what it's called now. Gun manufacturer simulator or something? Glen can't remember. He's
Yeah, I'm assuming, like, even if you don't do one, if you wait long enough, they'll probably give you one to give you another shot.
Why are we out here at night? God, I hate hunting at night.
Is there a flashlight key?
L.
Well,
But that
thank
will, of course, alert the animals and scare the animals. If you do have a night vision scope, you could switch to that.
I don't have a night vision scope.
I think I've got one, but I don't think it's in my backpack.
Where did that thing... Here, I can't find the blood. Oh, I got blood. Bleed rate very low. Can you get your dog to
I lost
help
the
me?
blood.
Oh, no, this is a new animal I hit.
Oh,
It's right here. Can you see your
Gabriel
dog
was
can
asserting
help?
all the animals.
Can you see your dog can help me?
Oh, true. Okay. Where is it?
Right here. By this tree. I know he ran up this way.
There you go.
He's got it.
Oh, dear. Did I save myself enough money to change the time of day, I wonder? That's that's the annoying thing with this game too. You need money to change the time of day.
Now that is actually stupid.
I think it is. Or it should be cheaper at least. Because you can buy guns cheaper than you can buy the frickin' time of day.
Well, it gives you
Oh,
quite an
shit.
advantage, right? Because if you have the tent and you camp by a food source or by the water, you can just farm basically unlimited money.
I heard it. Did you hear it, Glenn?
Yeah.
I don't think I killed it.
Okay. I think me helping you chase after this, we're just scaring more animals.
Yeah, we are. Where's your dog? Where did he run to?
He's way down the bottom of the hill. He's probably chasing after that
Oh,
silly
this
moose.
way. Hey, this moose ain't silly. Trust me. He was a little not
We're here,
smart
dog.
because he
Come on
literally
then, dog.
stood in place.
Oh dear, aren't we such an organised bunch?
So yeah, guys, you guys want some hunting advice? Yeah, we gotcha.
We're not taking the game seriously. I don't do too badly. I've got some pretty good kills under my belt. But that's why now I'm quite happy to just let you guys get the kills. Doesn't bother me. Even if we are on a challenge, I'm not worried.
I lost where your dog went.
I think he went down the hill again. Yeah, he's down the hill again.
Oh, there he is. So this moose is basically just running circles.
That's what I'm thinking. Oh! 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 Oh!
Was he doing that to tell you where he is?
Yes. Yeah, when you
Oh,
get,
he waits
when you're
for
not
you.
close enough to him, he barks at me to say, "Hurry up! I'm over here, Dick. Come on."
He's still bleeding. I'm surprised.
Well, I don't even know what we're chasing. Are we chasing the first
A
one or the
moose.
second one, or is it the same one?
I don't know. It might be the first or second one. He's still bleeding though. So.
Oh! Sorry.
Oh, he's communicating.
Era's
If there's
had
a red
enough.
fox,
Era's
I'm
gone
just
off on
gonna-
his own to try and get something.
And we're just here running circles.
Where's my
Glenn,
dog
down here is
gone?
your dog.
Where's
down
my
here.
dog gone? Dog gone it?
He's right now saying, "God dang it, Glenn. Why are you so slow?"
Oh! I can see Gabriel. I can't
He's
see
like,
me
"Don't you
dog.
bark back at me."
Oh!
Hounds are actually kind of cute. Would you agree?
Dogs or hounds?
Hounds.
I don't really know much about hounds as far as I've never owned one. I don't really know many people that have spent much time with their hound dogs. They seem very intelligent from what I do know. But I don't know if that'd be the right dog for me personally.
Nah, I don't think so. It would be for me either. He's still hot on his track.
I mean, for me personally, I like a dog that's very intelligent, but also lazy enough to sit down and just go to sleep.
What dog did you have? You had a
I had a German Shepherd.
A German Shepherd?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're cute.
Oh, to me, they're very intelligent dogs. If you
Oh,
want to
they
get more
are,
intelligent than a
yeah.
German Shepherd, you go to a Border Collie or a
God dang it!
Australian Sheepdog.
Mm-hmm.
Australian Sheepdog, whether you want to call it a Blue Mule, a Blue Heeler, they go by several different names. Australian Sheepdog is what most people just call them, but they're very intelligent too. So if you mix one of those with a Border Collie, which is what a lot of people do, you end up with an extremely intelligent dog, which is really good with animals. Well, you know, sheep and cattle and, yeah. Where are we?
That's a good question.
Oh, we're way over there.
Oh,
Era's,
we went.
Era's way over here.
Uh,
Way back where we started. Error's way back where we started. We've gone way in the wrong direction for where I was originally heading. I'm going that way now. It's 600 meters away. Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna head to error.
are you? Well, see, error's 600 meters in one direction, but then 600 meters in the other direction is a question mark. I'm going to go to the question mark. Come on,
You know,
Dave.
I'm gonna come with you just in case you get lost.
I always get lost.
I'll
I'm
help
already
you
lost.
home.
I have an Australian cattle. Oh, do you? Blue Merle is what I generally tend to call them. Because that's what they were called many years ago. Blue Merle or a Blue Heeler. Very, very intelligent dogs, yes. I would love one, but they're probably too active for me, which is why I said I like a dog that's lazy enough to just go to sleep. Because, yeah, Blue Merles are pretty active dogs. I think at the moment we're just going to waste some time until frickin' daylight, are we? No, it's
yeah.
too long. I don't know.
The nighttime is, I feel like, longer in this game than daytime is.
I think it's half an hour.
Huh.
I think it's half an hour. I could be wrong.
Alright.
I don't really want to be wandering around in the dark for half an hour.
No, if you have the money to pay to do that.
I think it's 250. Yeah, I want to get this waypoint, then I'm going to go back to the hut and try and trigger the time of day. Look at the moon, though. Doesn't the moon look really cool?
It does. This
I do think
game
some of
is
the graphics are
pretty.
beautiful. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but it's real buggy.
That's the taller, short hair version. Taller and short hair. So that would possibly have some Border Collie in it then. Because Border Collie has a longer leg and a shorter coat. Well, sorry. They mix them with Border Collies, which will give you either a curly coat, a short coat, or a long coat, depending on the Border Collie that you mix it with. The Blue Heeler itself has a short coat. But if it's got longer legs, then that might have some Border Collie in it, possibly.
And if it has really, really short legs, it might have corgis in it.
If you Google Border Collie and have a look at that, have a look at the facial structure. Does it have a Border Collie face? Does it have that eye shape? It's the eyes that generally stand out in a Border Collie that you'll notice in your dog. Border Collies and Australian Sheepdog are the two most intelligent dogs I know. I would have to say a Doberman is probably one of the most stupid dogs I can think of. And when I say stupid, they're the sort of dog that will run into a door, hurt itself, and then get startled by the door that hurt it, and then run into the bloody wall.
The heck?
or it'll run back into the same door that scared it.
About these guys.
God dang! It's scared.
Yeah, Dobermans are pretty stupid. Friend of mine used to own a couple of Dobermans, and they were forever going down into barbed wire and ripping themselves up, getting all cut. Oh, just go G and go caps lock. Right, we're coming, Era. He's 2 kilometers away.
Yeah, too.
Looks like
Dang.
a pit bull. Oh, okay. Pit bulls are very... How can I put this? Very
They're
owner
intelligent.
fixated. Well, they're very owner fixated. They have a bad reputation. Pit bulls and Staffordshires, they have the same problem, and that is they're very owner fixated. So they may attack you thinking that you're touching the owner, and they will. They are probably the best dogs for protecting your baby, so long as they accept your baby into the pack, if you know what I mean. Because they're so fixated on protecting parts of their pack. But if they see you as a threat to their pack or a threat to their owner, their master, then they can be a very dangerous dog. Whoa, gee,
You always
stop.
can train them to
It depends on how they're
have certain
trained.
people.
All
certain
dogs
people
depend on the
out of
owner,
their
mate.
pet.
I don't
Okay.
care what breed of dog. It depends on the owner. You've got bad owners. You don't have bad dogs. There's no such thing as a bad breed of dog. There really isn't. And I get annoyed when... Because in New Zealand, they tried to ban pit bulls and staffies and things like that. Because they are dangerous breeds. No, they're not. No, you have gang members and people who have them, and they breed them to be dangerous. They're not dangerous dogs. They're poorly bred. There's no such thing
Technically,
as a
every
bad dog.
dog is dangerous.
Every
by
dog,
birth.
yep. Hell yeah. I'm more scared of a Chihuahua than I am a pit bull or a frickin' Rottweiler or anything like that. Chihuahuas are the ones that scare me, mate. Those things are goddamn crazy.
They are. Those, it doesn't matter how you breed them or how you treat them, they're just like...
That's what I wanted, protection for your family, yeah. Yep.
Now, corgis are the type of things that somebody breaks into your house, they're just gonna sit there and look at you like, are you gonna give me something to eat?
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. They're going to want a pet or a feed.
I can just imagine what our corgis would do if somebody broke in. They would just be sitting there like, so, you want to give me some cheese?
Oh, who's your kill, Gabriel?
What?
Who's your kill?
Oh, is it?
Do you want me to confirm the trophy, or where are you? What was your kill? What sort of... Oh, here he is. It's a
I
female.
got it!
It's a female! You killed a female.
Hey, how am I supposed to tell?
Horns, mate.
Do I save harvest or accept?
Just accept.
Except,
If you save it, then you're keeping it for taxidermy. There's no point keeping it for
Oh.
taxidermy because you don't have the DLC that gives you the hunting lodge to display them, do you?
I've been
I
to your
think
hunting
I have
lodge,
to
though.
reconnect because for me the prints are not showing up.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm having an error too, where it's like error. I'm also having an error kind of thing where I see their tracks and stuff, but I don't see when they make noises. It just gives me an option to like, if I'm looking in the like direction, just hit E, but it doesn't show me
okay.
where it's coming from.
Right.
But I can use my ears.
So how much did you get for that? Did you see?
50.
Only 50.
Mhm.
Wow. See, because it was a female. If you'd got a male, which has horns. And also, when you press E, it tells you what sex the animal is.
Alright.
Or it does if you've got
So,
points of... maybe. I don't know. It does for me.
You know, one game I'm looking into getting maybe a squad.
Right. That does look good.
It is very good.
And you got that one.
Yes. I'm very
Is it
much
realistic?
into Nelson games. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
I was gonna say,
Nelson,
yeah, that's
nice.
kind of realistic. Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
It
that's
is
what I was
a
like.
Nelson after all.
I want to do Milsim and Airsoft. I have Airsoft equipment. I feel like that'd be fun. Milsim West.
What's that? I've never
Event.
heard of it.
Military simulated combat.
Oh,
it's like they have Humvee.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, they have Humvees.
When Era
and
first
stuff.
said it, I thought I misheard him, and I thought, what did he actually say? Then you said it, and you said it distance past, and I'm thinking, what? And I thought you both said nil, as in, with an N. What the hell's a Nilsson? Nilsson? Nilsson?
Yeah, they have it for Airsoft, and they have like Humvees and all that stuff.
Yeah,
That's
military sim.
fun.
Yeah, I'm with you now. I've caught up.
Military
Oh,
simulation.
Glenn's just slow mentally, physically, nothing unusual. Okay, I'm going to stop running now that we've caught up with Era.
Okay.
Because, when you're
Actually,
running...
Shut
We
our
try
own
to get
car.
away from you because you just keep on firing your weapons like...
Oh, we're way back
Yeah,
here
man.
now. Oh, I can't believe we're way back here now. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm going back to the hut that we started at.
Alright, yeah, make it daytime, please. Can you do that while you're there?
I am looking directly at tracks and they're still not showing up.
Oh, okay.
So far, Mr. Gabriel here is in the lead. Obviously, it shows that I'm a better hunter, even though Glen Bixley found that,
I was going to say, now, what would have happened if I didn't point out your kill?
I I probably ran right by it.
Oh dear. Oh, excuse me.
I love that one map with the Aurora.
Do I have enough
Borealis.
money to pay for this? Where's the... That's not a bed.
Ooh, that is
Oh,
pretty.
there's the bed. Do I have enough money to pay for this? 250. I think I got 450 or something.
This game is pretty. Is there a camera mode in this game?
I don't think so.
No? Dang. That sucks. That is pretty. That moon.
What?
Oh, and it went away as soon. I was gonna take a beautiful, at a perfect angle, and then you made it daytime.
What moon?
Go on, turn it back. Turn it back. Real quick, just for this 1
sorry.
second.
I can't afford to.
I literally had the best picture lined up. And then it went whoop.
Oh,
Daytime.
sorry. If it actually said before, I'd changed it, but it's too late now.
You're good. I got like one photo, which is okay.
Oh, yep. Alright, I'm going to go to the next hut. I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to go to the next hut, and I'm going
I don't know
to,
where the next hut is. I want to go there. I don't know. Oh, here it is.
I
Outpost.
waypointed it. Well, I waypointed
Oh, you
where I need to
waypointed
get
it.
to. Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Dear,
gonna
oh dear.
go. I'm gonna
If
go.
I had the dollar, I would... Oh, if I
Say
had
again?
the money, I would have got a cane Corso.
Hey, Glenn, you know you can turn your light off. It's daytime.
Awesome. I don't even know what that... What? Cane Corso. Is that an all black? What? Hang on. You've lost me. Cane Corso all black. I've never heard of that dog. That's obviously a dog breed. Sorry. I've figured it out now. Never heard of it. I know a lot of dog breeds, but I've never heard of that one.
Ooh, Air's shooting something.
Yes, on the other side of the lake.
Oh,
Did you actually hit it, unlike me?
Most likely. I will see when I get there.
See, like, I'm good in Call of Duty, but, like, this game... I think the game's out to, make me miss.
Well,
That's the only
you,
reason.
First of all, don't have bullet drop. Second of all, you don't have to look at the wind direction because it's interfering here as well. And
Where
the
did
wind
my
speed-
scope go?
examine carcass. Whose car? What's this carcass?
Air,
It's a
how did I get my
carcass
scope back?
of inventory, and then you have to put it back on. Or have you clicked middle click? Because if you press middle click, then you change
Got it.
from iron scopes to your normal scope.
What is this carcass here? It says examine carcass.
Yeah, I
It's
clicked it.
a
It's
carcass of an eating location of a grizzly.
Oh!
Alaskan grizzlies.
I was thinking it was one of your carcasses, but it didn't make sense.
The first time I spotted one, I instinctively checked my rifle was loaded, just in case it charged.
Right.
Tomorrow I'm doing a
Okay.
shared cockpit in a 737. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be in Microsoft.
Yeah,
So there's gonna be 2 people up in the flight deck, and we ain't gonna crash it. Hopefully, the other guy has no experience or knows what he's doing in the 737. So I'm basically holding his hand through it.
So what
and I don't know
dog
much
is this
either.
cane Carso then? Crazy Joe? Is it a big dog, small dog? Is it a hunting dog? Is it a water dog? Yeah, I've never heard of it.
I like wolf dogs. Very beautiful.
You mean the Irish Wolfhound, or?
No, wolf dogs. It's a mixed breed between, well, wolf and shepherd. Most of the
okay.
time, German shepherd. Some are huskies,
Right.
so a husky wolf breed.
Okay. Oh, yeah. When I was a
very
kid, I used to
beautiful.
walk 2 Irish Wolfhounds. They were taller than me. People used to see these two dogs walking down the road and thought the dogs were wandering around on their own, then realised afterwards there's this little kid walking them in between them.
So I did hit it.
Where was it? You said the other side of the lake, but is it a place you can get to?
Yes. I am already there and
okay.
tracking its...
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. I see tracks, but they're not lit up. Like, they're not bright where I can see them. And it doesn't tell me which way it's going.
Press C.
There is a setting in the menu that changes what prints look like.
Wait, say again, error.
C. Charlie.
Ooh!
What does that do?
If you hit
Hides
Charlie,
and
it shows
unhides
you.
your...
Ooh, I found trots going in this direction. For like a moose.
C hides and unhides your...
Your tracks.
Tracks. Ah, that's right. Yep. I was thinking that's what you were saying, but I wasn't 100% sure. It's been so long since I played this game, I can't even remember how long it's been.
Ooh, I found a blood and it's fresh. No organ hit though.
Oh, we're way over there again. I'm just thinking, where are we going now? We're going back where I was just before. Wow, man. I'm going to turn around and I'm going to go to my waypoint.
Oh, Glen.
I don't know how I keep ending up following you guys. I just keep ending up following you guys. And you guys are going
just want to have fun.
But you're going into a dead end where I've already bloody been. That's where we went last night, Gabriel. I'm going to the hut. Oh, dear. I don't know how.
Why do I run with my cap locks off?
Yeah, if you're running, you will scare the animals. If you brush against the trees and bushes...
my cap locks, I have to hold shift. Actually, I can't not run.
Yes, if you hit caps lock again.
Yeah. Caps lock on, caps lock off.
The cap locks on makes you run. Walk on my side. Ooh, that's a good hit.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so for my side, if cap locks is off, I run.
You probably started the game with a caps lock on then. I don't know.
Nah, but I wasn't doing it before.
Doesn't matter.
See, this game is stupid. Like, come on, this stuff should not be... This should not... Okay, Glenn, I see what you mean by this game being stupid.
There are just some things about it. It's a good game, don't get me wrong. No, it's a good game. I really enjoy playing.
Yeah.
But there are things that if I could, I would sit down with a developer and get him to change them.
Guess who just got...
Good job.
What?
Yes!
You got your two, did you?
If I developed... Yeah, I can play mine. If I developed this game, there would be so many different things I would change about it.
Yeah.
Glen, you might want to put up another challenge. Perfect.
I didn't know this. So these developers have made other games that also have bad reviews.
Yeah. Yeah, the fishing
fishing
game got such bad reviews for the water. I laughed at that. It's a fishing game and the biggest bad reviews were about the water. Isn't water kind of important to a fishing game?
No, you know.
Just the fish.
Oh dear. So anyway,
That's a lot of blood.
I posted
Oregon hit.
I posted some games on the Discord yesterday for Crazy J to take a look at. Now, Crazy J, you didn't actually want anything off that list that I showed you, did you? If anybody who's watching would like to pick games off of the giveaways list that's up on my Discord. If you want them, just let me know and I'll send you the keys. They are there for anybody who wants them. Just let me know what game you want and I'll send you the key. First in, first dibs as far as who gets in touch with me on them. There's a screenshot there. Some of them say claimed. If it says claimed, that game is already gone. One of them is not showing the picture. It's John Wick. You can do a googly searchy thing or just click on it.
Ooh, John Wick?
Oh,
you have John Wick? I've always wanted to play that one.
Oh, have you? It was actually a free game on Epic a while back too.
My friend's been wanting me to buy it,
but if anybody would like some of those games, let me know. People like Gabriele have already had their pick in the past, to be honest. Gabriele got Guts and Glory from that list.
Which was, it was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I'd got something better.
Well, the list is still there.
That one was.
The list is still there, mate. I'm going to be putting up November's list soon. And anybody who wants to go through that one can go through that one too. Why am I way back here? How the bloody hell do I keep ending up walking away from where I want to go? Oh, mate, I am just going around in freaking circles today.
Is it possible Glen had too much of the stuff?
I think I don't think I'm concentrating.
If I may quote Crazy
Did Era just shoot at me? Era, did you just shoot at me?
Crazy J right here, real quick. It's one of the first messages he sent today. Glen suffers walking.
I'm gonna drink my bloody coffee. It's gone cold. Oh, and it was an expensive one today too.
Never
I might buy
coffee, just go for expensive whiskey. It's that easy.
Oh, okay. I'll make my own whiskey instead, mate. It's even easier.
Yeah, but you can't let it... beer.
I don't like beer much. It makes you bloated. No, I'd rather have spirits. I'll make beer, wine, and spirits and liqueurs.
I'm getting attacked.
Oh, that kind of beer. No, don't drink that. I'll make liqueurs, schnapps. You name it, I can make it.
Also a German word.
Yeah, that's why I laughed instead of... What does it actually mean in English?
Basically just...
Liqueur.
Hard liquor.
Sorry, say again? Liquor.
Hard liquor.
Yeah, liquor. No, liqueur. Liquor. Yeah, however you want to pronounce it. Isn't it French liqueur?
Aaron, where are you from?
Say it again. I didn't hear.
Where are you from?
Germany.
Germany, okay. So, yeah, you're probably good with your beers and stuff.
Ich bin Deutschlander. Right, Aaron?
Deutschlander is a German sausage, to be honest.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Am I still the only one who doesn't drink? Drinking's not a big deal. I hardly ever drink, mate. I hardly ever drink. I can make all my own booze, but I hardly ever drink.
That's a lie. You said you're drinking coffee right now.
Okay. Well, let me rephrase that to alcoholic stuff then. Booze, mate. It's actually legal in New Zealand to make your own. I know it's not legal in all parts of America, but in New Zealand you can buy all the equipment to make beer from a supermarket. You can buy all the equipment to make beer and wine from a supermarket or a pharmacy. There's actually some pharmacies that do it, as well as some bulk food outlets. But if you want to get into spirits, you have to go to either a bulk food outlet, which we call bin-in, or you buy them from specialty brewing stores, or you can buy them online, of course. But yeah, you can buy beer, wine, and spirits equipment in New Zealand. There are two main types of still. So you've got what's referred to as a pot still. Now that's what you'd think of when you think of the old bootlegger out in the bush brewing. He uses a pot still. Pot still is what I used to use. It doesn't have to be in the bush, but it's referring to how it makes alcohol at the top. How it condenses it, I should say. And then you get what's a little bit more modern, which is what I've upgraded to now, and that's called a reflux still. And that has ball bearings or different shaped devices in the top. Mine has saddles.
So it's just a still.
So, well, yeah,
Distillery.
these saddle things in the top make it recondense and fall back down. So that's why it's called a
So
reflux.
it's just a distillery.
Well, no, a normal still is a pot still. That's what I say. A normal one is just a pot still. But I have a reflux still, which condenses, it drops it back down and recondenses it, and my booze comes out at 93% alcohol by volume, which is about 180 proof.
So it's basically cleaning alcohol.
You wouldn't drink it. If you drank it, it would damn near kill you. It probably would kill you.
It's basically pure ethanol.
It is, yes. 100% pure ethanol, as far as that's concerned.
So, guess we got their second carcass for their challenger.
Oh, yep. The only way you can go more pure than what I make, Era, is you have to chemically extract it. One way that I've seen do it is possibly others. There's a channel that I watch. Gabriele was asking me this morning about channels I watch. There's a guy who calls himself Nile Red. He has two channels, Nile Red and Nile Blue. Nile Red is his main one. He was using what he referred to as porcelain stones, I think he called them. You drop them into the liquid and it will extract water out of the liquid. So he was dropping these porcelain stones into his alcohol, which sucked the last of the water out that you can't evaporate off. And even then he didn't get in
clay bricks.
100%. Sorry?
The clay bricks method.
Yes. Different size clay bricks will give you porcelain, clay, same thing, will give you different grades of what it extracts out. Yeah.
Most of the time, the more coarse it is, the more water or liquid it extracts.
Yep. Hang on, what? Oh no, I read that. Near hunger. There is no hunger in this game. It doesn't have a thumper or a worm. Hang on, what? I'm lost now. It doesn't have a thumper or a worm. I'm not even sure which subject we're talking about. If it's booze, well, it's not tequila. There ain't no worm. And then when I see thumper or worm, I'm thinking, are we playing June?
I'm on track for another one. I just shot another one.
Okay,
I am actually doing pretty good today.
Showing off.
Oh yeah, today apparently.
I'm just exploring the map right now.
Yeah, I'm just exploring the map. I'm not really even looking for animals, to be honest. I'm just talking to you guys and looking
on
at
the
chat.
train tracks right now.
Oh dear, I don't think I've even looked. I saw a bear before.
Glen, how far behind are you?
1.5 kilometers. Oh, sorry, Gabriel's American. I'm about 2 miles behind you. 2.5 miles. Is yours set for miles or kilometers, Gabriele?
Mine is set in kilometers right now.
Okay. Because you know you can change it, right?
No, I did not.
Yeah, in the settings you can change the temperature and the distances to imperial or metric.
What would it be under gameplay?
Probably. Or should I say, you can
Metric,
switch it
imperial.
between metric and that made-up measurement that Americans use.
God, it's not made up, okay? It means stuff.
Do you know how American measurements are actually measured? Because there's a thing in the world where everything has a standard, and they keep what they call standards. Do you know how the metric measurements are kept?
Should I?
They're kept in imperial. In metric, I should say. They're actually kept in metric.
I lost my blood. I lost the blood. Where'd it go?
So your made-up measurement, when they need to check and make sure your ruler is actually the correct distance for a foot or whatever, a yard, they compare it to a metric one.
So you don't use feet? Like...
No. Some people,
What
see,
kind of
in New
line?
Zealand, some people use feet, but it depends on who you're talking to. Is it an older person or a younger person? Old people, when I worked in the hardware store, I had to know Imperial.
Which one was easier, Imperial or metric?
Imperial's crazy and it makes
True.
no fucking sense.
To be honest, I use feet all the time. That's how I walk around.
Yeah. Imperial makes no
Yeah.
sense, dude. It doesn't relate to anything. Whereas metric is all units of 10. If you can count to 10, you can use metric. And I have problems counting.
See, but in aviation, it's like we actually use both. Presently,
Yeah.
we use kilograms and we use Celsius.
Right.
Some aircraft are in pounds. A lot of aircraft in the U.S. are pounds. I use kilograms in a lot of airliners in
Yep.
the sim, just because, well, it's good to know.
Right, yep.
Well, to be fair, by the way, very bad joke incoming. Just so you're prepared. You do use metric systems in school. I heard about 9mm all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. Yeah. How the hell have
The
I
thing
ended
is,
up
you
here?
use the metric system. You use the metric system for every important thing. You use it grams
You use
for
it in
drugs,
science.
and you use it for caliber. For
Well,
drugs
now
and caliber.
that's actually the funny thing about it. In New Zealand, we use Imperial for drugs. If you go to buy marijuana, okay, I'm not going to talk about other drugs because I don't know much about them. Actually, they're in grams. Actually, now that I think about it, my neighbour's buying grams. But if you're buying cannabis, then you buy that in Imperial because you buy it by the ounce, which is 28 grams. Using metric shows you're loyal to the king. No, it doesn't. Metric is a natural measurement. It's based on nature. Everything in
It
nature.
is based on the basic laws of physics.
Yes. Yes.
Hey, feet are Imperial is also based off, you know?
What is it
It's
based on?
based off.
Actually, I don't know what it's based off of.
What is it based off?
Some random dude was like, "Hey, we're just gonna use something called feet, which is the size of our actual feet here." So yeah.
So basically, every feet is different for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing that makes me
You need to
laugh.
measure
It's got
something.
different
know.
This is
sizes.
the hardware store. You say I need 6 feet. That might be like the size of my hand. Depending on how big the person's feet are.
Oh dear. Yeah. We see. We're okay. See, if you touch one hand, so touch your fingertips to your shoulder with one hand, and then point with your other hand, so that it's out to your side. That's roughly a meter. No matter how big a person you are, your arm from, let's just say, your right shoulder to your left fingertip is roughly a meter. No matter how big you are, it doesn't vary. It doesn't vary by very much. Vary by very much. See, that's what I love about English. When I used to work in
should
the
look into
hardware
getting
store, that was my
Far Cry,
lazy
Glen.
way of measuring. That's near enough. That's near enough. That's near enough. Just measure it. Sorry, Gabe.
You should look into getting Far Cry. Far Cry. You should look into it. It's fun. It's only co-op, so you can only have 2 people. But
Now see,
yeah, Far Cry 6
explain co-op, what that means these days.
So co-op is like a max of 2 people. That's what it stands
Okay,
for.
see, to me, co-op
Co-op.
always meant split screen co-op.
Nope, it's not split screen.
Right. Okay.
It's really good. I actually have a few live streams of it on my channel.
That is why Americans
2,
don't use it. I actually would agree with you on that one, Jay. Yeah, the reason why they don't use it is because it dates back to those days, and they're trying to get as far away from it as possible, even if it means being stupid. They just refuse to have anything to do with monarchy and the English system. Which is why they even speak funny. You know, instead of saying
Wait.
the hood of the car, they say the bonnet. Oh, hang on, no. They say the hood instead of the bonnet. And they say the boot. Hang on. The trunk instead of the boot. Yeah.
Trunk?
What's
What?
I know a trunk
That's funny.
is either a suitcase, a large chest, or it's what elephants have.
What other stupid things do we say?
Oh, lots, mate. Lots. In New Zealand, we actually use both American and English. So we come across a lot of them. Yeah. And it's actually quite amazing, the amount of them. See, but then English do that too. Like, they'll say a lorry. You'll never hear anybody in New Zealand saying lorry.
We don't say lorry.
Lorry.
We say semi-trucks.
Yeah. Well, no. A lorry's a small truck. So in America, you'd just say a pickup. Or,
Okay.
you know.
Oh, like a box car? A box truck? Is that what you're talking about?
No, well, no, that's more... Actually, yeah, no, that is a lorry too. Yes, actually, I think. By definition, because it's still a small truck. I think, by definition, a lorry would probably be anything that doesn't have, like, a big container-sized load, probably. I don't know. I'm definitely no expert on English.
This guy's making a mating call. Glen, you want to be its mate?
Glen is showing his age. Split screen. Yeah, mate. Hell yeah.
Well, to be honest, I use split screen on Halo, on the Xbox 360 all the time.
Right. Well, see, that's something I've been noticing lately, though. Is to me, co-op always meant split screen. And I noticed recently a couple of games say co-op, and I thought it can't be split screen, surely. That doesn't make sense.
Co-op is defined by, I think, 1 to 4 people, right? Because you could have up to 4 persons on a split screen, like on the old...
Yes, you could. Yep.
Which is stupid that for Far Cry you can only have 2. When you can have
SNES or Nintendo 64.
And Nintendo 64 might have been one. I haven't done the NES, but I have played on the 64. And I do know that one of the machines we played on, we did have 4 controllers hooked up. I was actually going to say PlayStation, but...
Well, PlayStation as well, yes.
It only has 2, doesn't it? Oh, I don't know.
You have a converter, actually, which is official.
See, that's what I was thinking.
So you can plug in a 4th controller.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yep, I was thinking that, but I wasn't 100% sure. Yep. I'm moving my waypoint so I don't accidentally go around in circles again. I have Truck BC. It's 4-door. Oh, you have truck because it's a 4-door pickup and is 2-door, 2-wheel drive. See, I if I wanted to get... I mean, I do want something like that. I would want something, though, that has optional 4-wheel drive. I want something that I'm not going to get stuck in. So I would want something with slightly raised suspension. And I would want optional 4-wheel drive. But see, here in New Zealand and Australia, we just call that a ute. And it makes me laugh when I hear Americans call it a UTE. No, it's a ute, and it's short for utility vehicle. You know how some people would say an SUV? Well, that's the same thing as a UTE. The difference being a suburban utility vehicle has a cover over it, basically. You know, it's like a hatchback. It's station wagon-y style. Whereas a ute is more like a small truck, like an F100. Even an F350 is still be considered a ute here in New Zealand.
Yeah, well, U stands for utility.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Like when my brother flies, airplanes have actually surprisingly, not a lot of people know this. Airplanes have classifications, so depending on how you load an airplane, changes its classification. So if you have nobody in the back seat or anything in the back, so like in an airplane you can't do spins unless it's under utility, meaning you can't have anybody in the back seat.
Okay.
So if you load a plane a certain way, it changes if it's a utility or not.
Right.
Which is kind of weird.
Yep. Without passengers. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Isn't that with trains the same, I think?
I don't know about trains.
because you have the different wagons. And if you put on
A ute is
let's say,
El Camino or Rancho. El Camino. I'm trying to think of an El Camino.
a
An El
cool wagon,
Camino
then
got a hard top on the back of a ute, if I'm not mistaken. And you can take the hard top off, can't you?
And some of them are solid tops.
Some of them are.
And
Okay.
they're like a pickup truck. They have the bed.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure that goes back a bit.
Yeah. Okay, so it is what I'm thinking of, though. It has the bed, and some of them you can take the top off. Yes, we'd still consider that a ute. However, some people might call it a suburban utility vehicle because it has the top on it. But if it was a hard top, people would probably think of it more of as an SUV. If it had the removable top, people would probably just call it a ute with a detachable top or a hard top, removable hard
Or
top.
convertible.
Well, removable hard top, yeah. Not convertible, because convertible generally you're thinking of a car, aren't you? You know, with the roof
Yeah.
that folds. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A ute could never haul the weight mine can. Well, yes,
it
I
always
mean,
depends on the torque, doesn't it?
I've been in some pretty big freaking utes that can haul some pretty good loads. Like, I mean, even a F350 is going to haul a bloody good load. I remember one time. I'll go ahead.
I mean, on cars, you have two things that truly matter. That's the PS, right?
PS?
And the torque.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And the torque is most of the time defining of what you actually can haul.
Yep. Wow, you guys are loud. I've just noticed here. Go ahead and talk, Era.
Test, 1, 2.
Oh, I'll go back up to about there. That should be better. Oh, and I've just tabbed.
Uh-oh. Glen's about to get mad. We know what's happening here.
So what do? I have to go system, is it? Oh, that's... Can't even click system now.
So what am I spraying on myself when I use that stuff? Is that like a piss or what?
Musk, yeah. Basically a smell of animal pee. Yeah, pretty much. What am I doing? Video. But you do realise that it costs you $6,000 a can, right?
Yeah, I've only used it twice.
Father Jack and I were playing around one day, just being silly, spraying it and spraying it and spraying it. And then afterwards it ran out and I realised, oh, it has a limit.
Mm,
and
yeah.
And then it took me ages to be able to afford to replace it. $6,000.
That's it. That's some expensive piss. That would just use your Oh my god.
Well, I mean, musk. The name musk originally comes from the musk ox. And people use it as a deodorant too. I don't know. I think it's just...
That just sounds disgusting.
It's probably just a chemical, though. Modern one, I would imagine. Yeah. But see, I used to drive this F350 for work. And to me, that thing had enough grunt to haul pretty much anything you need to haul. If you're hauling anything bigger than that, mate, it's called a frickin' truck or a tractor unit, depending on what way you want to call it. And
tractor unit?
A tractor unit is actually what professional drivers call them, yes. So if you're driving a proper big truck, that's a tractor unit. So
okay.
You would have a tractor unit with a trailer on the back. Whether that be a B train or whatever the other one is, I can't remember what the other type is, but so you got your normal one, which is just a single solid truck, and then you got B train, which is where you carry that articulated trailer in the back.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, all my mates who are professional drivers refer to it as the tractor unit. But then so is it on an airport. That's the tractor unit that pushes, that is a towing vehicle. You know how you...
Oh, yeah, the tractor?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you do call it a tractor. Yeah, the push vehicle.
Yeah, in aviation they call it a tractor.
Well, a tractor is just something that pulls and tows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's all a tractor is.
Yeah, all the vehicles that they use around the airports to move like luggage, push the aircraft back, those are all considered tractors.
Yep. Most people, when I say tractor,
The only
they
thing
think
that's
of a
not
farming
considered a tractor is the air stairs. Those are not considered tractors.
No,
which are
because it's
kinda
not pulling or towing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, true. Yeah. Those things are they basically took a car. So the ones in the Yes Virginia, they took like a
it's just a
beat up,
ute
like,
with a pair of stairs
pickup
on the
truck.
back. Oh.
Yeah, and they just put the stairs on the back. It does not look like they put that much effort into it. It's like they just welded some stuff together and then they're pushing that up against a multi-million-dollar jet.
Yeah.
And that could probably cost them only like $5,000 to build, and they're just like, oh, we're gonna ram this into let's see, a $35 million airplane. Yeah, what could go wrong?
Here you go, me lady. Here's some stairs for you. Isn't that a frickin' ladder? Oh dear.
Glenn, if you ever had to, would you go back to a single monitor
Tractor
setup?
trailer is a semi. I had to the other week.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Oh well, not the other week. A few weeks back, I knocked one of my screens on the floor and it ripped all the cables out because my GPU holds on to cables instead of them coming out.
Yeah.
It held onto them. So it ripped all the bloody cables out of the back and it smashed all the cables, just ripped them to pieces and damaged my GPU. So I need a new bloody GPU because of it.
Which GPU are you getting?
I'm still trying to
Or
decide.
did you get?
I'm still trying
You should
to
go with the
decide.
3060. That's what I have, and it's like amazing FPS. I'm getting over 150
Yeah, but it's not
FPS right now.
good value for money. If I want a 3060, then I'm going to get a RX 6000 series. Because that's the same thing.
The
I'm going
3050s are good too.
I'm going AMD. I want to go AMD. I don't really get into Intel anymore. The 3060 is a lot more expensive than it needs to be. It's a lot hotter than it needs to be. It uses more power than it needs to. And the only
This isn't an
advantage...
Intel.
Yeah, but the only advantage to a 3060 is it does better ray tracing. Oh, where am I going?
The thing is, Intel is more into workstations, right? Not into gaming.
Oh, I keep heading to bloody errors waypoint. That's what my problem is.
GX 3060s aren't made by Intel, are they?
Sorry, hang on. I missed that. I was too busy getting annoyed by my own waypoint. What did you say, Era?
GX 3060s aren't made
Intel
by...
is more into workstations instead of gaming. So
I meant NVIDIA, sorry. Yeah, I don't do NVIDIA. And, well, generally NVIDIA and Intel, everybody thinks together, you know? But then you've got AMD, which is the competition. I think that's why my brain...
I have a Ryzen 5 3600, and
Okay.
I want to upgrade that to one like a Ryzen 7, so I can actually put something... Like, I want to be able to... Okay,
Is
I
it
know this
the-
sounds a little crazy.
Hang on, is it the 3800 or is it the 3800 X3D?
It's a 3600.
Oh, 36. Okay, well, most of the people I hear talking about putting in a really good gaming CPU recommend the 3800 X3D.
Yeah, so the main reason I chose the CPU was the price for performance.
That's right, yep.
Which, it's great. Now, people think of a Ryzen 5 of being like low tier, like, and people think of the 3600 being a cheap CPU, which it's not really that cheap either.
No,
But
it's
the
not.
Price per... No, it's not. A lot of people think that a Ryzen 7, like a lower tier Ryzen 7 would be better because the number's higher. That's not at all correct. You can have a Ryzen 5 with a higher number, and it might not perform as well as one with a lower number.
This is exactly what I was saying yesterday with Intel. It's the same thing. Most people think an i7 is better than an i3. It's not necessarily true.
Not necessarily true. Now, yes, most of the time it'll be better, but that's only in certain categories you need to think.
I tell you what, if you
start
go and
thinking
buy a
of
brand
gaming,
new
it's
i3, it'll kick my i7's A.
Oh, yeah. Now, I do at some point want to upgrade to a 4090 so I can run X-Plane multi-screened and have almost a full cockpit.
Right.
Which I would need to have something a little bit more powerful because you would want to run high-resolution monitors for that, obviously.
Yep.
So that...
The
but for
equivalent
that,
AMD is the 7000 series. You can go to the 7000 series and it'll save you some money. The difference between them is the 4090, the 3060 will give you better ray tracing. And better, NVIDIA give you better ray tracing, I won't deny that. Other than that, I don't see a reason to go to an NVIDIA card. And I don't think I want to go to ray tracing because I've been thinking about this for a long time, as you know. And I've been seriously thinking about it, and I don't see ray tracing as worth its money right now.
Right now, no.
Right.
But the only reason I went with the
better.
3060,
It's getting better.
I was,
Yep.
yeah.
But
I was
don't see it
initially
worth
gonna
it.
go with. I was initially gonna go with the 3050, but I noticed that the price for the 3050 is. I was like, for $50 more, I could get a 3060.
Yeah,
I was like,
yep.
what's the point of doing the 3050 when I could just spend another $50 and just get?
I looked at the
3060.
3050 because it was cheap and thought, wow, I'm going to get... No, I'm not. That's a piece of shit.
Yeah,
I'm
3060.
not buying that. So I didn't
Yeah,
buy one.
it's not that great.
Otherwise, I would have brought
It's a decent
one.
card. It's a decent card. Like, a lot of people have
It's
them
slow.
for cheaper
No, it's
builds.
slow. It's got all the fancy stuff in it, but it's really slow. And it's got no
Yeah,
RAM.
the 3060, it has, I'm pretty sure, 12 gigabytes of VRAM, which is more than enough to run
I
X-Plane,
think it's
though
8
it actually...
or 12, yep.
Yeah, I think it has, I think mine has 12 in it.
Whereas NVIDIA comes out with
I-
12 and 24, I think it is, but okay.
Yeah.
See, that's the other thing.
well, this
NVIDIA give you
one-
more VRAM too, Gabriel.
Mhm.
You don't get the ray tracing. Well, you get ray tracing, it's not as good. But you'll get more VRAM and faster frames per second on an NVIDIA card. Oh, and it uses less power, and it's cheaper. So that's why I'm taking
What
NVIDIA.
power... What wattage power supply do you have? How many watts?
Well, see, this is all part of why I haven't decided yet. My power supply is a 450 watt, and I'm surprised it's still alive.
Okay, I have a 750 watt power
Yeah,
supply.
well, I remember saying with you, make sure you get at least twice what you need.
Yeah, because I remember we looked over my build before I actually
Yeah.
did anything, remember?
I personally, I'm
Yeah,
not going
look
for
over
anything
that.
smaller than 800. I'm actually thinking about getting a 1,000 watt power supply. So here's my plan, as I'm thinking about it, because I've thought about this for a long time. If I buy a brand new GPU now, I'm going to put it into this case, which sucks dust in it, and it's going to do damage to my brand new GPU. I don't want to do that. I need a new case. Right, so if I'm going to get a new GPU and a new case, why don't I just spend another 200 and get a new power supply as well? Well, hell, I've almost built a whole freaking new computer now. Why don't
And
I
at
just get
that
a new
point, you're gonna
motherboard
want a
and
power
new CPU and some new RAM? So I'm now
And
at
a
the
new
point...
cooler.
Well, I've saved up enough money to buy what I thought I was going to buy, but I'm now stuck in the process of, do I go with AM4 or AM5? I'm thinking I want to wait maybe 6 months, hope this GPU just keeps going a little bit longer, and then I'm going to go to AM5.
Are you gonna build a whole new system? You're thinking?
Yeah, that's why I want to go AM5.
Are you gonna use PC Picker to help
No,
do your
that's
parts
not,
and stuff?
that's not really a New Zealand thing.
Oh, it isn't. Yeah, I don't use PC
Because
Picker
that tells
to
you
help.
prices and everything too, right?
It tells you prices, but it'll tell you compatibility and amount of watts, estimated wattage.
Well, the compatibility
nice.
might be helpful.
Yeah, and the estimated wattage, like mine said it was gonna be like 400 watts, and I'm running more like, I think I'm running like 450. So if I have a 700 watt power supply, but that's on idle. Obviously, when I start really getting into the games and the things start spooling up, obviously it's gonna get quite hot. Now with the thing I like with liquid cooler, which is I recommend to a lot of people, even though air cooling is nice, the liquid cooler keeps my CPU under a high load at around 50 Celsius, which is not bad. Under like a heavy load. So some air coolers, like my laptop, I don't know if my laptop, well, it was also kind of, compact.
Right.
The laptop, I was averaging around 70 to 80 Celsius on a high load.
Oh, it's only a female. There you go. Flesh and heart, 100%.
Nice.
Oh, dude, it was standing right in front of me, face on. Where's my...
Do you think you're gonna go liquid cooling or no?
No. I don't
No.
think there's a necessary reason for liquid cooling. Everything I've looked at, it doesn't really make much of a difference to air cooling. And what is the purpose of liquid cooling? To make it quieter and cooler. Well, if it doesn't make it any cooler, and you've still got fans, it doesn't make it any quieter. What the bloody hell's the point in spending $1,000 extra?
To be honest with you, my cooler, I think it was only $400. And to be honest with you, so when I had a laptop,
$400, so that's about $600 for me. Yeah.
when I had a laptop, it was hot dang. I keep on shooting the
Why
gun on
can't
accident.
How do you see the bullet? They've changed this now. How do I see where I shot it?
I think.
I did
Hit
that. It didn't
I.
work.
Huh.
Just press anywhere, I think.
Press anywhere. That doesn't make any sense either.
Press on the enemy.
right
with-
click. No, right click
left
did it.
click.
Right click did it. Okay. Look at that.
Okay.
Perfect shot. Well, no, it's not actually because I didn't get a lung. Oh, accept it, Glen. Okay, right. But yeah, so what I'm thinking about at the moment, and I'm still saving. To be honest, I don't really want to go buying a brand new one right now because I upgraded this computer and I've upgraded the GPU and all the rest of it. I've put new RAM and everything like that in it. It's a really nice machine. And I'm trying to hold off as long as I possibly can. I won't deny that. But what I am currently thinking at this point is either a really cheap AM5 or a really good AM4. Then I will get either a bottom of the range AM5 CPU, so everything would be bottom of the range, but the motherboard would be the important part. I can upgrade later. Or I go to
The
a
thing
really
they should
good
put a lot of
AM4.
money into.
Well,
The thing they
that's the
should put a lot of
problem.
money into.
No matter
is
what,
the
I'm going to have to
CPU.
spend about $1,500, which to me is like a year's savings. You know, I've been saving for a year now for this bloody computer.
Oh, I've been saving for many years to get mine. And
Well-
to be honest with you, I'm happy that I waited as long as I did.
Yeah.
And actually picked good
Yeah.
parts. Because initially I was going to buy this computer a couple years ago. And it wasn't what I wanted.
Yeah,
And I
you'd be
wasn't
disappointed
really going
with
to
it
be
now.
happy with it. Yeah.
That's why I don't want to
And-
buy one right now, because I feel I'm going to be disappointed with it in a year.
Yeah, which
Why not
I'm
save
not.
for
I'll
a year and a
just-
half to buy something I know I'll be disappointed with in 12 months. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So my processor is
thing,
a Core i5 8250U. So that's that's your laptop. True. I was about to say that's a laptop one with the U model. That's going to play probably 50% of the games on the market, I would say. I would say about 50% of the games on the market.
And also just on minimum requirements.
Yes. Yeah, you'd want to turn your settings down too.
So yeah, this is what I got. And I love the looks of it. I don't know. I love RGB, and my RAM's RGB, which is
Okay.
like I have it's DDR4 and it's 32 gigs of RAM, which is plenty. I think it's more than enough, isn't it? 32 gigs.
I would actually say to
Yeah.
you that 8 is the bare minimum.
I'm gonna get another stick.
Right.
I'm gonna
8
get
is the
probably
bare minimum.
another
I
stick.
wouldn't have anything less than 8. I personally would recommend if you're buying a new machine, you want at least 16 gig. I've put
I'd actually say go up to 32 because
I put 64 in here.
like I think Hogwarts Legacy was it? It's already minimum required.
Your dog's head
okay.
is doing stuff.
Okay. I'm sure I've just been there 3 times.
I'm gonna probably upgrade with another pair of sticks because
See why I
DCS
have
in this
to
one
be
map
picky.
Syria.
Yeah.
It sucks when you're doing heavy missions. The game will crash randomly sometimes,
Yep.
and it's because of RAM. And one of my friends upgraded to another 32 gigs of RAM, additional 32 gigs of RAM, and he doesn't have any crashing issues.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, see, I just went straight to 64 gig of RAM because with my old computer, it was cheap. That's the advantage in having an old computer. It was just, what is it, DDR3? I think mine's DDR3. DDR3
Ooh,
or
yours is
DDR4.
older.
I can't remember.
DDR5. What is the big hype about DDR5?
Well, faster, more channels, basically.
Okay.
DDR5 is very expensive, but DDR5 will only work on the latest generation motherboards too.
Motherboards, yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I'm trying to decide whether I want to go to AMD 5 yet, because that's DDR5. Do I really want, you know? I think if I hold out for another 3 to 6 months, I'm going to be able to get what I want. See, now the other problem too, when I was looking a couple of weeks back, I looked at them and thought, oh, USB 4. I want USB 4. Oh, I can't get that on the motherboards I want. And
So I have a USB-C. And my case.
USB 4 is USB-C upgraded.
Okay.
So you can still use the same cables, but the difference is you can plug in up to 240 volts.
Got it.
So you could plug your computer in, a laptop into it, for example. Well, you do that with USB-C anyway. But yeah, you can power more devices. You can get up to 240 volts on USB 4, which is why I'm thinking I might hold out a little bit waiting for that too, you know?
Yeah, true. Now with my case, so my motherboard has a USB-C, but my case has one. But the one thing my motherboard's missing is, so you know that blue, is it a blue cable or what color is it? I don't know what it is. It's the cable which links the USB-C on the top of my case to my motherboard. Unfortunately, my motherboard doesn't have a USB-C header.
Okay.
So I can't plug it in. So I have just one port up there. So I have my power button,
okay.
my USB slot, and then I have a USB-C, headphone jack, and power, and a reset button.
What color is
and
your
USB-C
USB
doesn't
port?
work.
What color is your USB port?
I can send you a photo.
No. Just tell me what color the USB port
Like
is.
the actual port on the case.
Yeah.
It's yellow. And the
sure.
other port is yellow too, but I think the motherboard one's different.
Is
But
yellow
the cord end,
to
I
you,
think, is
Era?
blue.
A blue? Yeah, if it's a blue USB, it's USB 3. I've never heard of a yellow USB port.
Or something. Because there's a blue... I think, actually, I plugged in a blue cable at one.
No, forget the cable. Forget the cable.
Here, I can
get you a cable of any color you want.
Yeah.
Forget about the cable. The plug that you plug it into, the USB port. What color is that? Is it blue?
I don't have a USB-C on my motherboard that I can plug into.
No, the USB port. You said you had USB, didn't you?
Yeah, I have a normal USB, but I don't, to be honest with you, I don't remember where I plugged that in. Also, I need to cable manage stuff better.
But do you know what color it is?
To be honest with you, doesn't help that I'm colorblind and don't know where it is.
Oh, well, okay.
So...
USB 3 is blue, USB 1 is black, and I can't remember what color USB 2 was.
I think it's blue, if I'm not
that's
mistaken.
3. But anyway.
Yes, blue was 3.
Yeah.
I think was USB 2 not white?
White, that could be. Yes, it might be. But anyway, you can plug an adapter into there, which will give you USB-C, or you just get a USB to USB 3 to USB-C cable.
Okay.
Which is what I use.
And then I will have a
Do you have a cable for your phone?
Yes, I do.
Is your phone an
Why?
Android?
No, it's an Apple.
Oh, well, you.
But I have a USB. Yeah.
If it was an Android phone, a Samsung or something like that, it's probably USB to USB-C. Because Samsung and most Androids come out stock with the right cable. So do a lot of devices. Check your device.
Crazy J just said yellow is USB 3.0.
Okay, I have it on screen right now. Black is USB 2.0 high speed. White was USB 1. I'm getting old.
Yeah,
blue
that's
is
what I'm
USB
thinking. Shut
3,
up, must be
super
old.
speed. Teak is USB 3.1. Red is USB 3.1 generation 2 or USB 3.2. Yellow is either USB 2.0 or USB 3.0, and
Oh,
orange
God.
is USB 3.0.
Okay, so what's USB 4?
USB 4 doesn't exist yet.
Yes, it does. No, it does. They're on the market now.
Wait, what?
Yep.
Since when?
Well, like I said, I was looking at them the other day, and I thought, oh, USB 4, I want that. But it's not on the motherboard I want. If you get a brand new AM5 motherboard, there are two that have USB 4. But I've done a bit of research on USB 4, and I believe you want to wait for USB 4.1 or something. 4.2, sorry.
Isn't USB 4 just the Thunderbolt?
No. So you've got Thunderbolt, you've got USB-C, and they're all high speed, but they're all different.
Because
Also, I need to make room. So, I have an M.2, which I use as my boot drive, but I also have games on that. And it's getting full, and I've noticed that my computer boot up time has dropped by like maybe 2 seconds. Could it be because of all the data that I'm putting on that?
Yes.
Because my computer boots up in like 12 seconds, but it's like initially it booted up in like
3.
10, not even, a few seconds.
I'm finding the same thing at the moment. It's actually a very common thing with Windows. I was about to say with Aries.
I'm having the wiki page for USB 4 right now.
Okay.
And USB 4 is only made for USB-C. So it is Thunderbolt.
I mean, I'm not going to argue either way because I'm only going from what I know, and I don't have enough knowledge at this point. And I would actually say to you, though, the wiki's not always right, remember.
Yes,
in school we can edit Wikipedia.
If you really want to actually find out, what you need to do is you need to go look for a website called... Glen, come on, you're qualified by them. CompTIA. So type in COMPTIA. And if you look for CompTIA, they are the people who certify USB.
Well,
and
if
also
you
the people who
want
certified
to figure out, you don't have to look anything up. Just go into any forum and type something wrong, and they give you the answer.
Yeah, well, yeah, but CompTIA are the people who certify that. If you buy something like an internet cable, it'll say on it that it's Cat5e, and then it'll say CompTIA or something like that on it.
Say it again. What was it?
Oh, it might be Cat 6 then, if you like. Or Cat 7. We're probably up to Cat 9 today. I have no idea. CompTIA. It stands for the Computer Telecommunications Industry Association.
Oh, my Ethernet cable is that. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Please go letter by letter. I can't understand.
Yeah. COMPITA.
CompTIA, basically. TIA.
Comp as in computer, and
Yes,
TIA
and
for
TIA.
Telecommunications Industry Association.
Perfect. Have it.
It's an American organization, but they're the ones that certify all that sort of stuff. They make the standards. So, like Bluetooth. When Bluetooth first came out, it was a freaking mess. You could have two Bluetooth devices made by the same company, and they wouldn't match up. Eventually, Bluetooth got made into a CompTIA standard, and now most USB devices, most Bluetooth devices will connect. It never used to be the way. But
Bluetooth. Who started Bluetooth?
I don't know, but it is named after a guy named Bluetooth. It's Norwegian, I think. I think it's Norwegian. Yeah.
So yeah, it's only going to be USB-C from now on.
Is that what they say?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think it's USB-C then with faster, with more power load then, in that case.
Exactly.
Okay. So the speed would remain the same.
But it's also one cable for everything.
I actually thought the speed was changing too, but okay. Yes, it's one cable that does everything. Yep. Saying
So,
CompTIA sounded
and-
like Comfer.
And the
Compia.
thing is,
Compia.
you finally don't have to figure out which way around it goes.
No.
Oh, like
No,
the
yeah,
that's
USBs.
upside down.
Yeah. Actually, I've seen a video for that. I do have to laugh. You know how you always have trouble plugging in your bloody USB cables? I've seen this
Oh,
YouTube
yeah.
video where the guy is trying to plug it in, and it actually comes up on screen and says, "This is what happens when you're trying to plug in your USB cable." And there's a guy lying underneath the bed wearing a black suit, and he keeps putting his hand in front, waving the USB, stopping you from putting it in.
Sometimes it feels like that.
Yeah, there's a guy hiding in your bed preventing it. Dude, I have real problems with plugging it into my freaking mouse. I use a wireless mouse, and it is so goddamn
same.
annoying because it's underneath the
Mine's
button.
not.
It's under
Mine
the button.
is. Yeah, mine's also under the buttons.
German gibberish.
But mine is simple. So my cord is like specially designed
Yeah.
by Logitech. Well, it's from Logitech. I don't know what yours is. But I'm assuming Logitech or Razer. What is it?
Zuvik.
Huh, that does not ring a bell there.
It's a big
So mine's a
popular brand.
Logitech G903. So I have a Logitech G903, and it has a cord which is in the shape of the exact hole that goes in, and it has these prongs that stick out, so it's basically impossible to insert this thing upside down.
Okay.
And it works perfectly.
So mine says it's a
So,
Zuvi. I think it's a Zuvi power button or a Zuvik. I don't know if it's a Q or an O, a power button or what. And then it says it is made in China for oneday.co.nz.
That's a Mothman. Bullshit.
High
My
quality
mouse
stuff here,
has
mate.
actually two modes. It's basically an IT mouse, right?
Yep.
Because you have your USB 3.0 link, and you have a Bluetooth connection on it. You can switch
Oh, nice.
with it
Yep.
for with a press of a button. So you
And-
can have your mouse connected to two PCs at the same time, basically.
Oh, okay. That's weird. And you can plug the cable
Like
in
I said
and
before,
charge
it's
it
for
while you
IT.
use it. Can you plug the cable
Still
in?
uses batteries.
No. Your batteries go flat after a while. The next wireless that I buy, I've promised myself I'm going to get a good one that I can use wired or wireless. 'Cause
My
some of them
Logitech.
go both ways.
I've not plugged this Logitech in since the day I bought it, and it's been months. And I can tell you the percentage of the battery. Give me a
Oh,
minute. Let
really?
me find it. This thing never drains.
Logitech is a brand
Yes.
that I used to buy because it was cheap, but they're expensive now.
Oh yeah, this one's not cheap, but
Yeah.
it doesn't die. Okay, it's at 61%
Right.
since the day I bought it.
Yeah.
I charged it once, and it's been at 61%.
Now, I admit, I used to own Logitech wireless mouse and keyboard, and it's the best wireless mouse and keyboard I ever owned. It was also the cheapest I've ever bought. But I can't afford Logitech
then-
anymore.
My keyboard is a G613, and I like it because I have the G keys. So though they don't work, unfortunately, because I don't know how to set them up.
Right.
I have like media control, so I have this link for my live streaming stuff.
Yep. Yep.
And then I have these G keys. They're supposed to be set up so I can mute myself in Discord and stuff, but unfortunately, I think I did something wrong when I was setting it up.
Oh.
So they unfortunately do not work for
Okay.
it. They still register. They just
Right.
can't use them in
Do you
Discord.
have the G Hub installed? Because it's only working if you're having the
That would make
G
sense.
Hub, yeah.
installed.
Yeah, I have G Hub installed.
So did you set it as a macro, or what did you do exactly?
I don't know. If you want to look at my screen here, I can share it. Error, if you want to have a look.
I'm switching over to Discord.
There's a few of these
Okay,
bridges
let me share my
dotted around
screen.
the reserve.
Leighton Bridges. Why are we ringing? Wrong button!
Yes.
Wrong button!
And I hit the wrong button.
Yeah, just,
Yes, maybe.
What is it? The share screen or something? Yeah.
So let's see. I'll make it full screen real quick. Yes, I'm seeing it.
Alright, so yeah, this is what I have. I don't know what do you want me to do?
So how did you set it up?
I basically plugged it in, and then Discord gave me a message, and then I accidentally hit X on it. It was for like G-Hub to connect something. So I have.
So
I
that
think
would be, I think, under accessibility, maybe.
I don't think Discord would be accessibility. But what I am thinking is you could always reset it to default. There'll be a way to do that too. And then start again.
Yeah.
Let's see. Discord.
So hang on, what's it got to do with Discord though?
Because it
because he
needs to
wants his
communicate with
buttons
Discord
to use for Discord.
Is that what the G-Hub does? It's for Discord, is it?
No, you can
yes
use it
and
for
no.
a lot of stuff.
Ah, okay. I've
You
never
can use
heard
it for
of
a ton of stuff.
that. Wasn't around
You
in my
can
day.
set up macros. You can basically have on your buttons. You have every button you want to have on your keyboard. Let's say you can put one button of it to numpad, to plus,
Yep.
minus, A, B, C,
And
so
I'm
on.
presuming, therefore, you can also access the higher function keys. So normal keyboard only goes to F12.
Yes.
You can go to F24, for example.
Assign a keybind.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm trying to assign a keybind in these G keys, and none of them register.
Maybe go to.
Well, except for F4.
hotkeys
The,
and if you go to hotkeys, maybe it's under there.
hotkeys. Where's hotkeys?
You're in it. Keybind,
Oh,
sorry.
yeah. I tried doing it with the cheek.
Just add keybind and I would say toggle because exactly and then
Yeah, it
just
doesn't.
press the button.
Yeah, I'm doing that. G4 does F4 apparently, and that does F3. These seem like they're keybinds to my F keys. Doesn't make sense.
Do you have the memory of your mouse activated? No, you
My
don't.
keyboard.
To the left, your mouse. Right next to the cogwheel, there is a memory key on your mouse.
God, this is getting fancy.
For memory.
A mouse with memory? God.
Wait.
I thought my mouse was fancy having a
Well, I
DPI
thought-
button.
I thought, would it be for my... I have this little switch here. You see that there?
Yes.
I have that, but I don't know what it does.
And should say it. Go over
See,
to
like, I have
actions
these set
or maybe
here.
keys.
Actions or key.
Yeah, okay. Obviously, Logitech has changed
So
a lot
you've
since
set
I
up
had
your your G keys as F1, F2, and so on.
Yeah, but that's only for a few keys. And I don't know how to change
So-
that. That's by default. Oh, here we go, Discord.
Because yeah. Manage integration. What says
Well,
it
that's
on
already
the
keybind, but
warning
it's
video?
showing Discord
Disabled.
disabled.
So I think in the G Hub settings you can enable it.
Gamer. Settings.
Oh, getting a little bit rubber bandy.
Settings. That's the refresh rate from my... No, that's
If I
my,
put
Logitech
my
is the
G-Hub
cheapest
up real quick.
one you can buy. They have webcams. Yeah, I had a Logitech webcam. I had a Logitech wireless mouse and keyboard. What else did I have? I had a Logitech joystick. Yeah, I'm so old. I had a joystick.
Hey, we still have joysticks today. You know, I have an Airbus one. And then I have a old Logitech side, Logitech, what is it? It's a Logitech, it's a SciTech yoke. Which don't, if you ever want to do fight simming, don't get one of these. They're garbage. They're cheap. They're like $150, and they're all plastic. And if you're making a turn, it can cause you to crash the airplane to the ground because it binds. So you make a turn and then you start pushing, it binds. So it's a little unsafe.
Sometimes things like that get dirty and stick.
Everybody has the problem with it, and it has a horrible scent. So now I have a honeycomb, which is one of the best yolks you can get on the market right now. They're like 200 and something bucks. But they're way cheaper than this professional. What is it? It's a it's called the Yoko. It's over $1,000 something.
6 years older.
It's used for professional.
Right.
Yeah, this thing. Yeah, the SciTech. I still use a SciTech throttle though. I want to get a honeycomb, but SciTech. See, SciTech is so cheap though. Like you said, Logitech stuff is cheap. Some of it. See, but they break. I don't know why. I got this one brand new. So the one that came with my SciTech yoke, never broke. The one that I purchased to go with my honeycomb because I needed a USB instead of a this ancient, like, I don't even know what you call this thing. It's like a prong connector. It's like it's something from like your childhood, Glen. I don't know. I'm not joking. I'm gonna take a photo of this and send it to you. You might know what this is because I don't. It's like the most ancient. Yeah, but later you can maybe tell me what this actually is.
Probably a PS2 port. Is it?
I don't know what it is.
Is it a purple color or a green color?
No, it's black, but I think that's just because they wanted to match the yoke. But it's like the most ancient piece of like, and it's like it's not great. It's like it'll respond like half of the time when you do an input.
Oh, okay.
It's old, I think.
Where? I can't bloody see you, you stupid dog.
Yeah, but SciTech stuff. I've had the SciTech yoke was my first, and then I've had a lot of Logitech stuff. I used to have school mouses that I used to use for school. Now I just use a trackpad. But yeah, Logitech stuff is. I find Logitech stuff reliable. Do you?
I would actually say it's one of the best I've ever owned.
Now, okay, I used to have I had an old G903, which before I got this one, I was a little like concerned because my first Logitech gaming mouse, which was another G903, it broke after like a month.
Oh, okay.
And then I started using a cheap HP mouse, which I used for years. And then when I bought another one, haven't had a single issue with it. And so, some people like mouses that have that are light. I don't know what you like. Do you like light mouses, Aaron, Glen?
I use basically the heaviest I can find.
So
I mean, it's not weight; it's shape that's important.
Yeah, it's shape, and I like this one.
On the side.
I have a 2 side buttons set up, but I can do 4 side buttons if I wanted.
I have 2 buttons
nice.
on one side, and I tell you what, it freaking annoys me because I keep accidentally hitting the bloody thing. My old one used to have a button on each side.
So
I
the
might
nice.
make myself a bit unpopular, but I have a 9-button Kiwi on my mouse.
You have
on
a
the
what?
thumb
Sorry?
buttons. I have 9 buttons on there.
9. Okay. Yeah, mine's a 5. I used to have a 7.
This one's heavy, so it feels good in my hands. Personally, I'm not a fan of light mouses because then they start going all over the place while you're trying to do small things with them and trying to edit and stuff.
Oh, okay.
But the feel of it just fits my hand. So I don't have a big hand, but I like the mouse I was using before was an HP. It was a little too small for my hands. I'm gonna send you a photo for later, but I can explain it. It's arched. This mouse here, the Logitech one, it's arched. It fits in my palm nicely.
My last mouse was really comfortable, and I used to love using it, and it was quite a The one I use now is very arched, and I get a sore hand after a couple of hours of using it.
Yeah, it really depends. Like, some people prefer flatter mouses, some people prefer ones that are more shaped. Oh, there's some people out there that buy
Will
custom
you chill
ones.
out?
What? Is it your dog?
Maybe I've got it with your problem with Discord. Go to your G Hub.
Okay, give me a minute. Okay.
Go to the home screen, basically. The three.
Damn, that thing was moving around a lot.
You go to the 3 lines on the
I
top
get
left.
Right here?
Yes, games and applications. And then there should be somewhere in one of the profiles Discord.
Like up here?
Down, I think.
Next time here, coming hunting. Who's that?
Oh, Discord, here
There's
it is.
Discord, and now you have just to enable it.
Who's not coming hunting next time? Only 6 years older.
enable it.
Oh, I don't read that yet.
Enable. Authorize.
Seems to work fine.
Now.
Seems to work fine.
Seems to work fine now.
Tech support
Awesome.
strikes again.
Come on. Can I set stuff up with
And
OBS to like
now
do
you guys
overlays?
know why I'm using a mouse that can't connect to 2 different PCs.
Wait,
Because
hang
I
on.
must be tech support for everyone I know.
How can I set keybinds? So like I have OBS here, okay? I won't be able to, instead of needing to hit end on my keyboard every time, to remove the overlay like this for like my starting of my streams. How do I set a keybind to the G keys for that? I think I need to get rid of...
For OBS, you go again into the same menu you were before.
OBS
That's
part
it.
is easy. It's what have you got to do for the Logitech?
You have enabled it.
Mhm.
Or
But this is already binded, like the rest of my keys are binded to... What was it? Keys? The F1 keys and all of those are binded to... Oh shoot, I just disabled a key. Oh, there we go, now it's back. Select assignment.
That's part of the fun of going hunting. Just have a bit of a casual
How do I
chat.
select assignments? OBS, here we go.
where is OBS?
Create new action.
Where did it go?
I don't know where the... How do I do this overlay? Image. Properties? No. How do I set up the, like, I have an N key.
I would like a keyboard that gives me the higher function keys. Because yeah, for OBS,
Oh yeah, it's nice.
really helpful for OBS.
I basically stopped playing the, hunting game, and I'm, like, messing with my computer now.
It's fine. Talking while hunting. No, you're talking while hunting, but only because the animals can hear you. The animals can't hear you in this game, so we don't care.
Oh, image. Unfortunately,
having
it does
fun.
not. Yeah. So.
If you want to come into chat, Jay, you're more than welcome to come into chat and say hello. Oh, we'd have to change rooms, but for some reason, he can't see the entire list of rooms on his Xbox, I think he said it was.
Well, microphone mute would be 4. Let's see if that works. Microphone mute does not work. Because it's still picking on my microphone. Do you guys talk real quick? I want to make sure my OBS is working.
Toast.
Yeah, okay, it's picking up stuff. Alright, I don't know, that toggle mute does not work. Okay, well, at least I have
Toggle mute doesn't work.
stuff.
No, I'd never use toggle mute. It doesn't seem to work. I don't understand why it's even there.
Okay.
Use the microphone. What's the other one?
Desktop mute?
Press to talk, I think it is. No. Oh, I can't even think what the options are. Oh, hang on. Is it press to mute? Oh, I don't know. I'd have to check my settings.
I have GeForce at the toggle
What do you normally
microphone
use?
mute. I normally just go into OBS and just mute myself. Or I just mute my microphone like...
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Do you use normal toggle to mute or mute?
So, well, I technically don't need that because my mic, I have the same one that Insider has, and it's like I can just touch the top of it and mute.
Ah, of course. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. Which is a nice microphone. I don't know how it sounds because when I always listen to myself talking, I can't stand it. It sounds weirder.
You can change the way that... There are settings that will change what you actually sound like, but the truth is most people don't realise what they sound like until they hear themselves.
Yeah, and I don't know if I like it or stuff.
No,
like,
it does.
Obviously,
Nobody likes how they sound.
Yeah, obviously people enjoy what I do because I have 207 subscribers, so obviously people think I sound okay.
Well,
because if I didn't, nobody would be like, this guy is weird.
What I believe is the way you hear your own voice is different because it vibrates through your jawbone and into your ear. That's what I reckon anyway. Because nobody ever believes that they sound like what they sound like. And many a time, I've actually had it where we've recorded somebody and they've said, that's not what I sound like. And yes, it is. Yeah, that's what you sound like to the rest of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There is a Crazy J.
Hey, Crazy J, you found the room. How are you?
How are you?
Yeah, good, mate. You're a bit quiet again today.
I was able to connect because everybody else was already connected to it, so...
Ah, yeah.
I think that's the reason why I couldn't before.
I'm
well,
not sure
seems
'cause
like
I
I
was in
need
the
to
room,
jump.
I think, but yeah, that doesn't matter.
Alright,
So
I'm
it
probably gonna
doesn't
jump off
seem
for
to
dinner.
have it doesn't seem to have an integrated overlay with the G buttons, but what you can do is just set your overlay on a button in OBS itself, let's say F24 or something like that, and just put one of your G buttons to F24.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell, F24, that exists?
Yes.
Yes.
How? Wait, whoa.
It used to be on
I only
every
see
stock
one-
standard keyboard when I was young.
Wait, but
Sadly,
I
I
only
had
see...
one of those as well.
I only see F1 to F12.
That's
okay?
right. Yep. Because that's why I call them higher function keys. They're not available anymore. They're still there, though. They're still part of Microsoft. In fact, I think they're part of Unix as well.
The only thing I use those for is if I'm playing X-Plane on a keyboard. I've never used the F key. Wait, whoa. There's an F key binded in this game to do stuff. Huh? Why do
So if you go over to buttons in your G hub overlay, it goes down to F24.
Okay, got it. I'm gonna need to go
There you
because I have
go.
to have dinner.
Oh, yep. No worries, mate.
Alright, so I'll talk to you guys later. I'm gonna exit out of the game first. After I figure out how do I actually exit out of this game. Quit the desktop. There we go.
Exactly.
Alright,
Cheers, buddy.
and
Thanks for joining us.
sounds good. Yeah, no problem. Have a nice rest of your hunt.
And enjoy your Mother's Day tomorrow.
Awesome, sounds good.
Happy Mother's Day to everybody out there who's a mum and cares about their kids.
Alright, see you, Glenn. Have a nice one. See you, Aaron.
Later, buddy.
See you, Crazy J. See ya.
Later.
Well-
Glenn, you know what I just thought of?
What's that?
I'm getting old, and I'm still only 21.
You're getting older, you're only 21. That's fair. I do have to
I
laugh, yeah.
age faster than anyone else, slower than anyone else. I still remember my first keyboard with 24 function keys, and no one actually does anymore.
Right, yeah, I thought I do. Well, it wasn't my keyboard, but I remember using other people's keyboards that had it. My first keyboard was my Amiga, and then I went from Amiga to Windows 95.
So I actually got into PCs very early because my mother was a graphical designer.
Oh, yep.
So I learned basically from her. If you want to come over here, right where I am right now is a little outpost.
Yep.
So you can claim it. Maybe
Oh, I'm miles away from you, buddy.
the tent is set up.
Oh, okay. When you say an
If you're
outpost,
not
do you mean a
in
hut
hunt,
or do you
it's
mean a
up
lookout
right
tower?
now. A hut.
Oh, okay. I
Hey, Eric.
Yes, a hut.
thought I was going to get a beer.
That's my name, yes.
Yeah, to go back on something you said earlier, you were making fun of us because we use like 9mm. Well, see, that's the gangbangers in our country. The real people that know about guns, we call it 40 caliber.
45. Yeah. It's close. It's not actually the same size, but they're very
45s.
close, yeah.
Well, all of the cop issue weapons and stuff like that, and the Glocks, like the Glock 19, they say 9mm when we buy them from overseas. They only fit a 40 caliber.
Ah, yep.
Yeah.
I thought it was 45. Okay.
So, but 45 is actually 9mm. But going from what they measure in like England and stuff, because we buy Glocks and stuff that come from England a lot, and they bring them over here, they tell us they're 9mm. Well, if we do the comparison to our bullets that are made in the United States, it's a 40 caliber.
Right.
Okay.
Our 45 caliber bullets are like
0.4, you mean, not 40, but yeah.
9. Well, no, our 45 caliber bullets are like 9.8
Yeah. But you got
millimeters if you measure
it's
it.
actually a 0.45. When people call them a 45, it's actually decimal point and then 45.
Yeah, but when we put it on there, we just put .45.
Yeah.
But it's .45 caliber. But they say that it's like to transfer it to metric, it would actually be a 9.5 caliber.
Yeah.
Because
Don't get me
their
wrong.
9mm bullets are the same size as
How
our
you getting on
40
with that
cals.
challenge, Era? How many kills have you got?
I'm still only getting the huts.
Oh, okay.
I'm just exploring the map, so I have it for whenever we
Yeah, no, that's fair.
gonna
That's
play
fair.
ever again. And I make fun of the Imperial system a lot, but I personally think both the metric and the Imperial have its
Use.
right to exist, right?
Oh, I personally
Yeah,
just
well-
like making fun of other people and other cultures. I make fun of my own too.
It's just
But-
weird because I don't know if you know,
Where the
but
hell did that go?
I think the first Saturn rocket blew up because, or didn't quite make it into orbit because it used both metric and imperial system while calculating the fuel usage.
Yes, that's right. And yeah, they ran out too
So-
early.
Exactly. I think it was the first
But-
Saturn rocket. I could be wrong.
Where the hell was that kill?
So you're either using imperial or metric because otherwise it's just going to be a mess.
That's not the only big cock up that's been done when it comes to changes in times and things like that. You know about how the Russians were late in World War One because of a time difference, eh?
Yes.
Did you know that one, Crazy Day? The
No.
Russians use a different calendar time. So when it come to planning for World War One, they decided on a date that they were going to all attack at the same time together. Well, yeah, Russia was late by about 6 weeks.
I would say that's probably not because of
No,
a
it's the
time
calendar
period
system.
change, but
Yeah,
the
it's the
fact that
calendar
they're
system.
chicken.
No, their calendar system's just different. Yeah.
But every Russian I've ever met in my life, they're always scared of something. It's something off the wall that not everybody's scared of. It's like, why are you scared of that? It's like,
Are you surprised
well,
when you
I
brought
think
up in a
that's the
country
reason
like
why.
that, though?
Well, I'm pretty sure that's why the whole country procrastinates, because they threaten us all the damn time. They ain't done it once.
It's not the country that threatens
thing
you.
is-
And
it's
I'm
the
pretty
government.
sure,
You got to remember
The
that.
thing is,
well,
It's
Russia
not
is-
Russian people.
at least with the military, on par with you guys. But the problem with that is you're still in NATO, and if they attack you, they gonna mess with the whole of NATO, right?
right. That's the reason why China won't attack us directly. Why they've been like the balloon that went over all our country and stuff. That's why they said that it wasn't a spy balloon. It was a weather
You know
balloon.
the real
and it's
reason
like,
why China won't attack? Because the people don't support the government.
Well,
It's the
that's
same
just
reason
it.
Russia's having
If
problems now. The people don't support the government.
if NATO puts the sanctions on China that they have on Russia right now, China will cease to exist within a year.
I don't agree with you on that.
Because they
Don't agree with you
they
on that.
know more than 85% of their national income
You know the
is
truth?
from
If
export.
America put the same sanctions on China that they have on Russia, America would suddenly go, oh shit, how do we produce batteries? How do we produce solar panels? How do we produce every fucking thing? Oh my god, we need all those resources from China. How about we make friends again?
The thing is, basically every country is dependent
On China.
another.
Yeah. Well, they depend on another country,
But-
yes.
So China
But-
is dependent on the exports, but we're and you guys are also really in need of the imports, because otherwise the whole system would collapse
Yep.
as we know it.
There's not a country on this planet that can survive alone because everybody has modernized to the point where we rely on everybody else now.
But what I'm saying is, if they were to attack us, we would sanction them just like we did Russia for attacking Ukraine.
Yeah, but then you
If-
would end
if
up
they
not having
did that-
any of the you wouldn't have all the special materials that you need because America doesn't mine its own. America gets
But the only
its
thing-
from China.
But the only thing is, Era should know the history of his own country. Germany was a same type of country. They went to war with us and other people. World War II, the government died and it became two separate governments. Okay, well, America started saying they didn't like that issue, so the Berlin Wall was destroyed.
No, it became two separate. It got separated because America and Russia fought over it.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, but it was because they didn't like the issues that was going on and the people suffering and literally families torn apart because of this wall. Gorbachev took it down, and that was in his speech. 'Cause that's the
thing is
reason
that-
why they went after him.
It's maybe crazy to think that, but some, if not most, of German historians actually say that if you guys hadn't put your guns into the bowl as
Reindeer or
well,
caribou, as they're known in
we
North
actually would have
America,
overrun
have a long
Russia.
history as the backbone of native
Yeah,
Alaskan
but the
society.
only problem with that is you can see
Have
with the
always
people that were
harvested
running the
caribou to
country
provide
back then,
food,
if they would have
fuel, and clothing.
taken Russia, they would have let their
Herds are a
heads
fraction
get
of their
way
former
too
size
damn big,
nowadays.
and they would have tried
Not
to
many non-natives
end population
depend
as
on them.
we all know it today.
Yes, of course, no denying that.
Yeah.
But
That's
I
why.
think
That's why.
I still think it's very crazy that a so small country, even back then, it wasn't as big as, let's say, the US or Russia or China, could have just overrun Russia.
Well, the only reason why, if we'd have let that happen, let you two fight it out originally, the only reason was because of the inside allies that the SS troops and stuff, when they fled Germany, when everybody started attacking Germany, the ones that fled to like Argentina, Spain, they had cultures and armies in each one. If everybody would have stopped what they were doing and said, okay, let Russia and Germany fight it out, Russia would have lost very quickly. I mean, look at them now. Look what this day and age, and they're losing to Ukraine.
Well, they're not actually.
they're-
They use it losing against Ukraine with backing from about half a dozen or more countries, including Germany.
Yes.
There's no way
Yeah,
Ukraine
but-
could have won this war if they didn't have the backing of France, England,
If they-
Germany, America. They would have lost by now.
But
already.
to be fair,
But what
be
you're
fair-
what you're not understanding is all they have is resources. Not one of us has put our foot on the ground. They're doing it all by themselves with the population they have.
Yeah, but see,
they do
that's the
not
thing.
have help
Russia
from other people.
attacked knowing that they didn't have the ability, and then it was supplied to them, which completely changed the outcome of the war. If they hadn't been
Well, yeah,
supplied
but
that
that's-
resources, then Ukraine
The reason
probably
why-
lost
reason-
a month.
The reason
The
why
war-
Russia. Go ahead.
when the war started, right, Ukraine didn't have any supplies from any of us, right? And they still did hold their ground quite well for
They did.
what they
They done an
had
excellent
back
job,
then.
but they were running out of ammunition real fast.
Yes.
Glenn, do you know why Russia invaded Ukraine?
Because it's, or at least they say it's still a part of Russia, which is kind of stupid because if we would use the same argument, we would have Europe all under our control, basically.
Well, no, technically not, because you guys.
the French
No,
and
hang
the
on.
Germanic.
Yeah, but no, hang on. Russia is fighting for land that it owned and occupied at the end of World War II, whereas Germany was taking land that it didn't really have entitlement to. But no, what it actually comes down to is, and I mean, I've looked into this. Russia is trying to take Ukraine because without Ukraine, it leaves it extremely strategically vulnerable. And if you look into it, that is the reason why Germany managed to invade so easily, is because the terrain forms like a funnel, which means countries like Germany can easily funnel into Russia, and Russia has this huge, big, wide front line that they have to protect. But if they can hold Ukraine, that makes the front line much smaller and much easier to protect. So
If you
what they're
actually
trying to do
looked
is
at-
keep it strategic and short.
If you actually looked at the globe, a picture of the globe that color charted for NATO countries and non-NATO countries, you would see Russia's 3/4 of Russia's borders are bordered by a NATO country. When
Yeah, but
Ukraine
that's-
started begging for
that's
our help for
Not
stuff
everything. That's
before
not
the war
everything,
happened.
dude. That's not everything. You've got
But-
to have the ability to attack. And Russia is
But that's-
very strategically vulnerable without the Ukraine. Without the Ukraine, it has this great big huge flat area that NATO can just drive along. If they hold Ukraine,
And-
then it closes all that off. And that was the big
And the
difference
reason
in
why
the
they
West.
And the reason why they started the war was because Ukraine was talking with NATO on becoming a NATO country.
Yep. And should Ukraine go to NATO, it makes Russia extremely vulnerable. And if you look at the strategic reasoning behind it, I actually agree with Russia. I'm sorry to say it, I agree with Russia. Losing Ukraine puts them in one hell of a dangerous spot. I mean, Era would have a better idea because he knows the territory a little bit closer than I would, but
But literally,
That's how the
if
Germans
they
got in
stop
so
and think
easily.
about it, there's no reason why it is or isn't. If it's U.S. NATO, it doesn't really matter. 97% of the world's population is covered by
No.
NATO.
Okay.
So literally, if they attacked a NATO country,
Right,
they'd
well,
be attacking
let's look
NATO.
at this another way then. Let's look at the actual agreement that was made between America and Russia at the end of World War II. And that is that NATO
At
will
the
not
Cold
get
War.
anywhere around Russia. Oh, look, they're surrounding us now. Yeah, no, if
Yeah,
I was
that-
Putin, I'm
and
sorry, I'd be
that-
doing the same bloody thing. America
But
is
what I- but
trying
what
to
I'm s-
start a problem with Russia. And they know full well that if they use everybody else to start the fight, they can come in at the last minute and act like the heroes again, just like they did in World War II. I'm sorry, I hate that American attitude that we are the best, we are the greatest, we won World War II, and we can kick everybody's ass. That attitude pisses me off. America needs to
Well,
realize
so,
that they
look-
don't have the allies that they think they do. Countries like Australia,
Hold on,
New Zealand,
hold on.
Germany, Japan, we don't actually
Glenn,
support
Glenn.
you.
Glenn, what I am saying is you got to look at it from a different perspective. You're saying America, America, America. America's actions are part of NATO. It's NATO that has this, oh, well, we're bigger than thou attitude.
Do you know who leads
We
NATO?
pay the most. Do you know who pays the most for NATO's help?
Yeah, which makes them think that they then control it. Now, I'm going to disagree with you on this one. America thinks that they control the bloody world. And as a New Zealander, I see it every goddamn day of my life. And I get sick of America thinking it's the be-all and end-all. I'm sorry to tell you that. I really am. And it's not the American people, it's the American government who lie, cheat, and steal their way to try to be the best thing in the world. And they're going to get themselves in trouble very soon. I'm sorry to say it. America thinks that it's the be-all and end-all. It's not. Without the support of its allies, it's going to collapse. And Americans need to realize it. I'm
That's
sorry.
the whole. Yeah, but that's the whole point. That's the whole point of NATO. And
Yeah,
the
so-
U.S. country
Answer me
pays
this then.
more
Why
than
does America
50
treat
times.
every ally that tries to be its friend as its enemy? Why has New Zealand been treated as an enemy since World War One? And yet we've fought alongside America in every war. And yet you still treat us like we're the enemy.
Because
You
we're on
I don't
another
think you
island,
realise
that's why.
what your country is truly like. I'm sorry, most Americans don't. America is really causing trouble that it's. I don't think most Americans even realise. And I don't want to argue with you about it. But
You say,
yeah.
I'm just saying. You say most Americans don't realize, but you do realize that we've never been told of anything that
Well, that's
anyone
half the
else
problem. You
needs
don't
that we
actually-
haven't tried to help provide.
No, but you don't actually get all the information. You get told what you want to hear, and then you believe it. Because it's what you
It's
want to
a
hear.
sort of indoctrination that also China and Russia uses.
Yes.
They keep a small percentage of information that's funneling into your school, into your media, and so on.
Yep.
That just
Every
keeps
country
out
does it. Every
the
country
rest
does
of
it.
the ugly and other things.
And
But
it's
the
not
one-
until you
but the
look
one
at
thing
other
you-
countries you start to realise what's happening in your own. It's the same thing for me here in New Zealand. I don't get the truth here in New Zealand. I have to watch news and find out from other countries to hear the truth about what happens in my own country. It's everywhere, mate. It's not just
That's
America.
exactly it. That's in every country,
Yep.
be it big, be it small, be it a one city country. It's basically in every single one.
Where the hell did that beer go?
And it's basically
But-
up to the
but
people
what-
to filter out what
Yes.
is fact and what is just
Yep.
bullshit.
People need to do it themselves. Yeah.
I understand the way you guys on the outside look in and think that that's how majority of the Americans
No.
think
no.
is that what they
Not
see
at all.
on
I have no
TV
problem
and
with
stuff like
American
that.
People. It's the governments.
No,
The
no,
American
no.
government
But
does it,
what
the
I'm
Russian government does it, the Chinese government do it, but the people don't necessarily agree with the governments. And that's where I
Well,
believe
that's the
when it
reason
comes to
why
a
we
war, you have
vote.
to have the backing of your people. And Russia doesn't have the backing of its people. I don't think China would have the backing of its people. And depending on who America attacks next, and we're not going to say they're not, because we know they will, it depends on who they're going to have backing of. And the problem is, when they attacked the likes of Afghanistan and stuff, a lot of people realised how much we got lied to the first time, and we're not going to just fall for it again.
Well, the fact that Afghanistan attacked us first is the reason why that whole thing started.
I don't remember Afghanistan ever
We were taught.
sending a bomb or anything like that to America.
No, but they were killing U.S. troops that were in the connecting countries to them and
Right.
sending us the videotapes.
So what was America
That's the reason
doing
why we
in
said
another country, attacking another country? That's what my issue is.
No.
Countries need to stop attacking other countries. America needs to stop saying that we have to attack everybody to protect ourselves. If America wasn't over on the other side of the world protecting itself, maybe they could be on their own borders protecting themselves, like Germany does. You don't hear of Germany going out and attacking Afghanistan or anything anymore. They used to in World War II, but they realised it was a bloody mistake. No,
Why
I believe
is
in
there
defending
a
yourself,
German-
but if you're on the other side of the planet, you're not defending yourself. I'm sorry.
know what I'm talking. Yeah, but see, okay, why is there a German embassy in the United States? Why are there German
Why is an American one
officers?
in New Zealand? It's part of being friends. Embassies are when you're
No,
friends.
it's called
you take them out when you're not.
NATO.
No, it's not.
NATO.
No,
It's,
embassies
it's
go
all
well back.
because of
Embassies go well back before NATO.
the only. Yes, but what I'm saying is where we've put our embassies now.
Oh, of course. Because
And
like I said, you put them in your
for
friends'
every
countries.
embassy.
Why do you not have one in Russia at the moment?
Yeah,
Why do you
we're-
not have one in China at the moment?
Because they're
your
not
enemy.
part of NATO. They're not.
No.
They're not
not
a
how
part
it
of
works.
NATO. They've said,
New Zealand's
okay,
not part of
then you
NATO.
go
Why
to-
did we have
you-
one? We're not a part of NATO. Why did we have one?
Glen,
You're not answering my
go
question. Why
online.
did we have an
and
American
look,
embassy?
Look. No, listen. Just wait. Listen. Go online. No,
See, this is what I'm
This'll answer all
Hang
of
on,
the
you've got to
questions that
realise
you're
this is
asking.
exactly what I talk about with Americans. You've just argued that it's something to do with NATO. We're not part of NATO. Now, why do we still have an embassy? Why do we have a Chinese embassy? China's not part of NATO. We have a Chinese embassy. So you've got that American, I'm right, and I'm not going to
New
listen to your
Zealand.
attitude.
New Zealand is a NATO ally. It is not a.
It might be a NATO
confronter
ally,
like
but
China
we're not a
and
NATO
Russia
country,
is.
and neither is China. Why do we have a Chinese embassy here?
Because literally they are a neutral.
No,
New
an
Zealand is a
embassy
neutral
is an
country. It is
office.
close to both.
An embassy is an office for someone
what I'm
who
saying-
you are on friendly terms with and trying to negotiate with. And it is a way for that person to negotiate with the government without having to travel halfway across the bloody planet. That's all it really is. And today, a modern embassy is nothing. It
But-
actually means nothing.
But what I'm saying is why you said why do we attack people? But if you think about it, then why wouldn't we have ever attacked New Zealand? You've
Yeah,
got
we're
China
going to
on
World War
your.
One,
You said
actually.
yourself you've got a China.
World War One,
You said
America
yourself
was
you
all
got a
lined
China-
up to attack New Zealand because we were friends with the Japanese. That's the only reason America wanted to attack us. We were friends with the Japanese. We did nothing to America. But ever since,
But did they?
we've always been the enemy.
We're,
Then in the 1980s, I think it was 1983, we turned around and said, we are anti-nuke. We will have no nuclear bombs, no nuclear devices, no nuclear anything. America, if you want your ships to come into our harbours, we want to inspect them and make sure there is no nuclear devices on board. Oh, no, we're not doing that. No, New Zealand, you can get stuffed. You're not our friend anymore. So we don't even have the right to keep nukes out of our own country because America's the boss. And if we say we come into your country with our nuclear submarines, you bloody well like it or else. And Americans don't
But I bet
realize
you-
this stuff. I'm sorry.
and I bet you 10-1 a U.S. nuclear weapon has never touched the soil of your country.
Because we won't allow American boats in our country anymore. That's why. Ever since 1983, America's not been allowed in our waters. We've refused you guys entry because you refuse to agree to our rules. And that's what America does. If we don't get what we want, and we make the rules, by the way, and if you don't agree to our rules, well, guess what? It's called a sanction. And even though New Zealand is an ally of America, we have been sanctioned. and sanctioned and sanctioned to the point where if I want to buy something like my mouse, it has made in China on it. And then Americans turn around and say, oh, what, you support China? Well, that's because America won't sell to us. Wait, you guys actually treat Germany better than you treat New Zealand.
Yes and no.
I
Our
can't really speak
government
for Germany.
tries to get the nukes out of the country.
Okay, good
The
point. And you
American
can't get their
nukes
bases
out
out
of the
either.
country
Yeah.
for years now, because we want to go basically full green, right? We shut down all of our nuclear plants, right?
Oh, they're all turned off now.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But
Okay.
some of them still are active because
They'll be
it
shutting them
takes a
down.
while to shut them down, right?
Yeah, it
We
takes a
don't
long
want
time. Yes.
another explosion or
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, it takes like 20 odd years or something, doesn't it?
And the
But
next thing
what
is,
is
the next thing is we can't shut them all down at the same time, because
You'd lose power.
if we shut it all down at the same time, there's no energy, right?
Yeah.
So we first have to build something else.
Yeah.
But we've tried to get the nukes out of our country for, I think, 20, 30 years now.
Yeah, and they refuse to leave because they make the rules. I'm sorry, I'm not picking on Americans or America. It's the American government, and I mean, most Americans don't realize how manipulated they are by their own government. Look at this crap with Biden and Trump at the moment. This is all to distract you from the election. You guys are supposed to be voting for someone you want, and instead you're arguing over who you don't want. What you need to do is you need to study
well the
all
fact
the
that Biden would
politicians and
destroy
vote
our
for one you
country in the
want.
next 4 fucking years anyway. I mean, Biden will destroy our country. Look what he's done since the day he's taken office. He's taken more executive orders, which means a dictator level leadership than
Biden
any
is a dictator,
of the
so- yep.
any of the other
Yep.
any other president combined.
There's actually a
More than
woman. I can't think what her
300
name is. There was a woman who I listened to one day, and I thought, shit,
Hillary
get my vote.
Clinton.
No, fuck no, not that woman. I said a woman, not a crazy.
That's the only
No, there's not.
that's the only woman that's ever tried to run.
No, not
president.
for president. No, she was running for her local area. I don't know what area it was. So one of the states.
There's a lot of them that
Yeah.
are
And
running.
when I
and
listened to
a lot of them
her,
are in.
I thought this woman is good. This woman knows what she's talking about. I would vote for her. But the problem is you never do know the truth. I mean, I vote for people thinking, hey, this one's good. And then you get them into parliament and you realise, like, what's her name? Shit. I can't even think of her name now because I call her Jizzy. Jacinda Ardern, the one that we just got rid of. Well, she claims that she left. She left because she knew she was never going to get back in. She looked really popular and everybody thought she was going to be great until she got in. And then she showed her true colours. And her true colours were, it's all about me, and I'm going to profit out of this, even if that means destroying my own people. And so now New Zealand's in a big race war, which is starting, over who's right, Maoris or everybody else. So if you're a German, a Japanese, an American, you're a second-class citizen in this country now. If you're a New Zealander, you're a second-class citizen. Unless you have Maori blood, you're now a second-class citizen in this country. No matter where you come from or who you are.
See, we don't do that. You get your citizenship here, you're an American.
You still treat,
Unless
you
you
still
But a
treat
lot of-
American Americans like second class. Not you
Like I
personally,
said,
but your
what?
like I
government
was
does.
about to say, it's still, if you weren't born there, you're treated like shit.
Yeah, you.
And
I've
even
heard
some
that
of
from
the
other
people
too.
that are born there
Yeah,
are still treated like shit.
I know people
the-
that were born there and those
Let's go
that way.
biggest
Yep.
example, the community, right? I mean, it's gotten better
Two
over
people
the
are talking.
but they're still, sometimes, most of the times, are still treated like shit.
Yeah.
I've never heard about a story of a cop accidentally shooting a white person.
Oh, I have. No, I have. Admittedly.
There
Yep.
was 1, 2 years ago, not even miles from my house.
Yeah, no, I have. The problem is the
It's
news.
just the media doesn't.
Yeah,
The media doesn't pick it up
Well,
because they don't want to
nobody
push that
cares.
narrative.
Yeah, nobody cares. But if they hear about shooting a black person, oh, there's another black person shot. But when it comes to the white person, yeah, it was
That
just
was
a white
push-
person. Nobody cares. And
That
yes,
was
the media
media.
push it. Yeah.
That was the media pushing an agenda a narrative that they had that they wanted people to see. That's what Trump had tried to stop. That's why the whole fake news. He was trying to stop that, and that's the reason why we are in in an uproars between our own community right now. But when it comes to legal citizenship in the United States. Right now, under Biden, even if you walk across right now, say you took a boat all the way to California shore and you were to just walk on, you can begin the process to get your citizenship because we have open borders.
Yeah.
If you become a citizen, you have the same rights as every American citizen from day one.
Though, is even though they're a citizen, they can still be treated differently.
That's just how people treat people. We deal with that all day. Literally, I've got people that yell at me and stuff because I used to wear a Make America Great Again hat.
Yep.
They see it as a racist thing, and I'm white, so that just doubles down on the whole racism thing. So people threaten me and stuff, and I'm like, only thing I want is everybody to be treated equally. Stop fucking giving fucking favors to these newcomers because they've changed something to difference in their liking, and tell me that if I attack them that I'm going to go to trouble for a worse crime than if they attack me, because chances are those people that know that are going to be the aggressor in the beginning anyway.
Well, yeah.
So all you're doing is literally attacking or sentencing people to prison that were just protecting themselves half the time.
Well, see, that's the funny thing about it. In New Zealand, if somebody walks into my house, puts a gun to my head, and I defend myself, I'm actually in the wrong because you're not allowed to hurt them in New Zealand. It's against the law.
And that, you know what we call that?
Whereas America has a stand your ground law, and I like that. I love the stand your ground law. If somebody busts in your house, you have the right to shoot them. And it fucking should be that way. I'm sorry for swearing again, but yeah, no, I believe you have the right to stand your ground.
I think every human being's right should be to protect themselves.
Hell yes. Yep. And I'll tell you what, I would go to jail if it came down to that and I had a family. If I was protecting my wife and kids, I would go to jail for it more than happily. Or take that risk anyway.
Like me. Well, it even boils down to if I had a intruder walk into my house and my dog got to him before I did, and they wanted to put my dog down, they would become the enemy. They would become the intruder because my dog was doing the same damn thing that I was trained to do my whole life. Protect this house and everybody in it.
I mean, I agree with you, but unfortunately in New Zealand we don't have that right.
Well, see, here, if a dog attacks somebody, they'll put the dog to sleep.
Yes, they do.
The only thing is, I've told the cops around here, I says, if somebody breaks into my house and my dog bites them, gives them fucking couple of stitches, as long as they're breathing and you try to put my dog to sleep, you will face the same consequences coming into my house after my dog that dude came into his house for the ill intention.
I'm guessing you have a law which is similar to ours, which would be, in New Zealand, I know anyway, if you put your hand under somebody's gate and that dog bites you, it's your own bloody fault. You shouldn't have been putting your hand inside that property. But everybody has the right to access the front door, so that if, let's say it's a kid, puts his hand underneath your front gate playing with your dog, and the kid gets attacked, the dog won't be put down because the kid shouldn't have been putting his hand underneath the gate. But if there is no way to get to the front door, then the dog would be in the wrong because, well, the owner would be in the wrong because you have to have the ability to get to the front door of a house.
See, here, this is different. Here, if you get bit by a dog and you get off the property, they're held responsible and the dog will usually get put down.
No, that's what I said. If you put your hand under the gate, if that dog's off the property, then it's going to be put down, yes. But if
no. What I'm saying is if I put my hand under a gate here and get bit by a dog, I willfully went underneath there, so it is my fault.
That's
but
what
if
I'm
I
saying.
leave that property,
that's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, if I leave that property, go to the cops and tell them, they will charge that person because I left the property. I was not an invader, and I had less than 25% of my body on their property when I got attacked. Your dogs, usually they say the dog will stick its head through the fence and bite somebody. If they do that, the person that owns the dog is liable.
Right. Nice.
But here, if you come through my front door uninvited, so you have to knock. Ours is you have to knock, and I have to say come in, or I have to open the door to greet you.
I thought there was any.
But if you come in, if you just turn, well, basically that's the way we look at it. The same as they do vampires. You have to invite them in, because then they can no longer be considered an intruder. Now, if I turn around and say, if I see that you have ill intentions, and I say, you have to leave, sir, and I open the door. Once I open that door, you have to go through it. If you do anything beyond that point, then you are a trespasser, because I advised you were not supposed to be there.
Well, that's it. You don't even have to open the door, as far as I'm aware. You only have to tell them to leave.
Well, see, here, even I've got a front porch on my house, even pretty big. So even if they were standing on the porch threatening me from the outside, there's nothing I can do, because that's not legally my property. I rent the property I'm on. But in my house, it's my own home. It's my domicile.
Once they're on your property, inside the house, I should say, Yeah, we don't have that. We're not covered by that here in New Zealand, which I think we should be. See, I've actually had somebody come into my house. Well, I've actually had it a couple of times now with the hood I live in, and attack me inside my own home. The first one, when I first moved here, I was doing computer repairs. So I did computer repair, really cheap for a neighbour's friend, to try and just get my name out a bit. He then came back and bashed me. He wanted his money back. The second one, he turned up. He decided he wanted money, and he demanded money. When I didn't give him any, he busted in and hit me over the head with a steel bar. But I don't have any right to defend myself in this stupid country.
Around the town that I'm in, I'm 6'4", 200 pounds. The average height for males is around 5'8", 5'9". So I already look intimidating when I open my door. Nobody comes. I've had two people, and they were drunk off their ass, probably 5'6", 5'7". They walked in my door. They see me. They turned white as a ghost, and they ran out the door. So nobody's going to come try to break into my house and try to do anything. And now that I have my dog, it's like it's even worse, because once you even start messing with the doors, you hear a loud bark from the inside. So everybody in the house is already alerted to the fact that you're doing something.
Right, yep.
So there is no element of surprise. So a lot of people just avoid that altogether. I've had them open, try to jiggle my door handle. Well, my back door is locked now, but
I get that
they jiggle it to see that it's locked.
Yeah.
Because it's just, I live in a trailer park. I don't know if you know what they are, but a bunch of trailers.
Of course I know what a trailer park.
So we Mexicans on the weekend here drink tequila and have parties and stuff, and some people just get too drunk and wander off and forget where they were at and try to go into somebody else's house.
Yeah.
But they find out quickly this is not the house they want to go in, because every time they jiggle that door, my dog starts barking.
Right, yep.
But that's the only reason. I mean, when I live with my mom, she's disabled. So, but before my stepfather passed away, it was his house, and at that time we weren't allowed to have dogs. He, for some reason, didn't want dogs. I have no idea why. Growing up around him, I never had a dog. But once he passed, I asked my mom, I said, since me and my family have moved in here, can I get a dog to raise around my family to help protect my family? I said, I feel more safe, especially since after I've had strokes. Because I don't have the greatest of balance now. I'm pretty sure I would avoid most fights. Before, I would stand there and say, if you think you can whoop me, go for it.
Yeah.
And never did get beat.
It doesn't make you.
I'd had a lot of people try.
It doesn't make you a man to stand your ground. You got to take your own safety into account.
But before my strokes, I was also almost 300 pounds.
Right.
And I wasn't fat. So I was the type of person that it was like a lot of people, they would try to pick on or pick on somebody else that was a friend of mine that was smaller than them. And then I would show them you know what it feels like to have somebody bigger than you bully you? Do you? I was always the first person to want to go into battle for my friends because I don't like bullies.
Well, see, that's the thing.
So
I am
I
that
usually
little guy. I get picked on a lot because I look like an easy target. And I used to always stand my ground. Used to.
Even after my strokes and losing almost 100 pounds, if I was ever like walking around and someone had tried to pick on you, that would be the first person they would fucking see would be me. And I'd be right in their face breathing the same air that's coming out of their mouth and telling them, you want to pick on somebody, pick on me. Yes. Because I grew, my mom is the only person that's been around me since the day I was born. My dad and my mom split up when I was 18 months old. So for most of my life, my stepfathers have been, I'm only needed to discipline. So the rest of the time they were out of my life.
Right.
So my mom, I protect my mom with my life. And it's like, it's just the way I've been. I've been raised that way. So it's like family members. Well, I have a wife and 2 stepkids now. And it's like, I protect them the same way I protect my mom.
Does Germany have free trade with America?
Is what?
Era?
Yes, what is it?
Do you have free trade with America?
I think so, yes.
Okay, see, yeah. We don't have free trade.
But you're a landlocked country that is closer to China than America. That's the reason why.
Waterlocked, you mean? No, the reason dates back to, as I was saying, dates back to 1983 when we refused to let American ships in. We've been refused free trade ever since. There's a lot of things that America actually refuses New Zealand.
Do you understand?
We also have an American spy base on our land that we can't get rid of too, by the way, Era. New Zealanders.
Do you realize why it's there?
Yeah, I do. It was forced upon us.
No. What? Well, okay. Well, do you know what it's used for?
It's part of the Five Eyes, and New Zealanders don't want it. So you've got one in Australia and one in New Zealand. But do you know what it's used for? That's what I just said. It's part of Five Eyes. You've got one in Australia, one in New Zealand, one in America, one in England. Where's the other one? 5. Hang on. America, England, Australia, New Zealand. There's one more somewhere. I can't think of it. Why do you need the Australian one and the New Zealand one so close together? You don't. It's all part of this bullying tactic that America does. No, it's part of Five Eyes. So we spy on China for you guys. We don't have a choice. If we don't do that, we get beaten up. Because America's the bully that you keep talking about.
Yes. But do you understand the reason why you spy? What information you gather? You gather if any attacks that are done on the American or NATO people.
Nope.
If anything else has transpired, we don't take that information.
Actually, what we've actually discovered over the last 10, 20 years is it's mostly New Zealanders that are being spied on, and New Zealand doesn't even get to know the information. We don't have any right to know the information that happens in our own country. It gets sent back to America. And if it hadn't been for someone who was a whistleblower, and America doesn't like whistleblowers, we would never have found out that America was spying on us. And it actually got to the point where we found out, I think it was about 3 years ago, that America had been manipulating our parliament and spying on our politicians, listening to their conversations in order to manipulate our parliament. Yeah. Like I said, we're treated as an enemy. As much as we have been America's best friend, or tried to be, we're the best friend that turns around to America and goes, "Hey, America, I've got an extra ice cream. Would you like one?" And America punches us in the head and goes, "Yes, give me the other one as well. I want them both."
That's the way you look at it.
Yep, and it's the way
we look at it is you're closer to China than you are America. Well, they're closer than you are, but you are in retrospect, you are closer to China travel than we are. You are in treaties with China.
We're closer.
You guys
as
get your
far
stuff from
as-
China.
We're closer as far as we're not trying to make an enemy out of China. Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
That's
But
not the
what
reason
you're
why it's
saying, what
spy
you're
bases here.
saying, what,
No, that's not why it's spy
but
bases
what
here.
your country, but what your country is telling America is we won't support you, or we won't support the right person. The
No.
wrong person or the right person, whichever you see it. You don't want to support either one. What we see it is, if we can't influence you, so we will keep trying to influence you. If we can't influence you, they might be able to, because you import more stuff from them, so you can stay neutral. Just allow us on there. If
You're
you
actually
try to
incorrect,
declare
because New
war,
Zealand was there for Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan. What other bloody wars were there for to back up America? And we've been there to support you guys for virtually every one of those wars. And then what happened? At the end of the war, you guys fucked off and said, oh, you don't worry about the New Zealanders, mate. They'll find their own way home. And you left us behind, by the way, after we came there to support
but what
you.
but that's just it. You're saying America as a unity whole. Our government does not control we do not control what our government does.
I
We
said
pick
that
the person
like,
if they
I said
do it.
that like
Oh, that's
half an
our
hour
problem.
ago
That's
too. I said that half an hour or more ago.
yes,
It's the same
that's
thing in
what
every
I'm-
country.
But
It's not Americans I have an issue with, it's the American government. And American people need to wake up and change their government. They need
that's-
to have a government that
but
they
you-
vote
do you
for, not a government they vote against. Do you remember me saying that about half an hour ago? Vote for somebody, don't vote against
Yeah.
somebody. And that's what you guys are all arguing over. Do we vote against Biden or do we vote against Trump? Nobody has turned around and said, hey, let's vote for this person. I have not heard a single bloody American say that. You're too busy tied up over fighting over and arguing over what's right and what's wrong. And nobody's actually thought about what makes sense.
I have. That's the reason why since 2020 we've carried 2020 Trump flags, 2024 Trump flags.
Trump's not getting back in. I'm
'Cause
sorry
we
to tell
all
you,
voted
Trump's
for
not
Trump.
getting back in. I prefer Trump over Biden, but Trump's not getting back in. It won't happen. I really don't see it happening.
That's what everybody says, but you're just listening to the liberal side of the media.
No, I'm not. I'm also listening to people who voted for Trump and said that they won't have him back because he's too much trouble now and it's not worth it.
But those people don't have the seat to literally put in the person they want. They're saying that they don't want to vote for Trump. The only problem is when it comes up to, hey, you've got to choose between Trump and Biden, nobody's going to vote for fucking Biden. They're going to vote for Trump. And that's who the Republicans are going to back.
Yeah, no, but you're not getting what I'm trying to tell you. There is other options. You don't have two. There aren't just two options. And you're still arguing over there's only Trump and Biden. And I've said this how many times now, Era? I'm sure Era's heard me say it at least 6 times.
But what I'm saying is...
Okay, hang on. Can you tell me what other options there are? Can you tell me what other
personally,
options?
I don't...
You don't know, do you?
Personally, I don't follow politics. But literally, show me what independent has ever become president of the United States. It's either Democrat or Republican Party.
Because the people have the same attitude you're giving me now, which is we only have one choice. And you people need to stop.
No, we only have two.
Arguing amongst yourself and
we have
work as a team.
What I'm saying is the way our system works when it comes to presidents, we have Republican Party and we have the Democrat Party. Those are only two candidates. They only pick one.
You guys allow
They pick that person.
If you actually all stood up for yourself, you could actually change your government. But people are either too afraid, or they think that their vote isn't going to work, or they have all these bullshit excuses as to why they don't actually do something. And I'm sorry, I used to have that same bullshit attitude. I used to say, oh, no, it makes no difference. I'm only one person. My vote counts for nothing. I used to have that same attitude, mate. I used to. It's not a good attitude.
I'm telling you,
you need to
they
look for the right
gave
person.
us at the ballots.
Yeah, no, there's more than two parties in America.
they have the conservatives, which is independent. They have the liberals, which is Democrat, and they have the Republicans.
You know, if
The
you
Republican
people
Party.
actually done things right, you could actually get away with that system you have. You know, you've got that silly system where, what is it called? The my brain keeps thinking university. There's that. My brain thinks school. You have a certain system which, once that has been decided, your entire government has been decided, even before you vote. Did you know that? Before you make your vote, it's already been decided. Because you guys have that stupid electoral. You have that stupid electoral college thing. You guys need to change
We
your
still
entire
can
voting
overthrow 'em.
system. Have you ever heard of MMP?
We can still.
Which is what what Germany, New Zealand, and a few other countries use. It actually helps to eliminate the two-party state. New Zealand still has a two-party state, don't get me wrong, but we have other people who can now swing that. So we were discussing this the other day. We have a guy called Winston Peters, who we call the Kingmaker, and he can swing the vote. If he wants it to go to National, it'll go to National. If he wants it to go to Labour, it'll go to Labour. At the moment, the swing is not Winston. It's actually gone to the Māori Party, which was a big frickin' mistake, because now everything's gone Maori. And unless you want to vote Maori, you didn't get what you wanted. So we have MMP. It doesn't always work. I'm not saying it's perfect, but it's a hell of a lot better. At least we get more choices. Because we can, if we don't want, like Labour, nobody wants Labour this year, so everybody's either going to vote National or ACT or Winston Peters. They will not vote for Labour. Nobody I know is going to vote for Labour this year because nobody wants Labour anymore. But we have other choices. We have Winston
But
Peters
literally, if you
or ACT.
if you look at our elections, when have you ever remembered actually running?
Well, this is why I say the people need to change the system. If you guys keep sitting down and letting the system rule you, it will never change. And what that needs is for people who live in America
when a
to talk to
republic
each other about it and actually change the system. I can't change it for you. Era can't change it for you. You are the only person. Talk to your parents, talk to your friends, talk to everybody you know, and get your bloody system changed to something that makes sense. And if you people all work together, you can do it. We did it in New Zealand. We argued the point until we got MMP in New Zealand. I was one of the people who voted for MMP. It wasn't forced on us. I voted for it. And there are still my friends who say, nah, MMP sucks. I preferred first past the post. You can change
That's
your
the same thing as Republican. We voted for it. We voted for it. Well, they only give us a certain amount of options that are Republican. And it's like you have to vote Republican all the way down. You can't pick a Democrat for this and Democrat for that.
Republicans a party, not a system.
Because that will throw the government.
It's not a, yeah,
that will throw the government off.
No, it won't. Because all you're voting for is a different government. You need to change the whole system.
Well, our government right now consists more of Republicans. But I'm saying our government right now consists of more Republicans than it does Democrats. The Senate, the House, the state representatives are majority Republican.
Do you know what gerrymandering is?
No.
Oh my God. Okay, you're an American. Please do me a favor and go and learn about your own government. It sounds like I know more about your government than you do. You need to go and learn what gerrymandering is. It's very important that you learn what gerrymandering is. Gerrymandering is how your government rigs the system to make sure that they win. Gerrymandering, I don't think it's done in any other country. But gerrymandering, and you'll find it in the Google, is how America have a problem with governments that think that they can control their people. The people should control their governments. And we all need to learn about our own government. I'm learning about mine.